Ladies and gentlemen,
what's going on, boys?
Yo, Zayd. Happy belated, by the way, bro.
Oh, yeah, happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
How old you are now?
32.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, man. We're closing
Old
that
man.
gap.
Old man Zayd over here.
Almost.
Yeah.
My cutoff is 35. After 35, you're old. Under 35, you're still kind of young.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely still young. Especially, I mean, depending when you start too. Well, not when you start, but when you get into your prime.
Well, hell, Justin
Especially-
Shire just started. He was like 33 or something like that.
You're right. Didn't he turn pro at like 34-ish?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Something like that, yeah. But
He
Zayd, you
only
look
trained
young,
for like
man.
3 years.
Oh, because he shaved.
Thank you.
Yeah, you look super. You don't even look 32, man, and that's a good
No,
thing.
you're young.
Like
Thank
every
God,
every
dude. Not too
every
bad.
single one of us, we look. So someone told me I look like I'm in my late 30s the other day. I was so offended.
Oh,
You know?
I haven't got one person that didn't say that I'm like 30 something. I'm like, damn.
Yeah. So
Bro,
you're doing good, bro.
Thank you.
I don't know why this Instagram on my computer is just like, I don't know. I'm gonna have to pull up YouTube.
I
At
can
some
I can
point.
help you. I can help you if needed too.
What up, Joe?
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
just not doing the thing.
What up, big
How you
dog?
doing?
Good, Joe.
Chilling. Happy
What-
birthday, Zayd.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Not too bad.
Why you look so
You're
covered up?
Pisces too.
It's cold as fuck in my room, bro.
Uh-oh.
He's
It's like a habit. I have the AC on. I'm like hot as fuck all the time, and
Yeah.
I just chugged some egg whites and they're really cold, and so now I'm cold, and here I am with a jacket on.
You getting into the swing of prep now?
Yeah, I mean, after that first week, I was pretty much good to go. It was just adjusting that first week. I haven't usually because I eat like a fat fuck in the off season.
Mhm.
I usually have like cravings and stuff. Like I want like sweets right away because I'll eat
Yeah.
cookies and stuff and little cakes here and there on off season. This year, I think I got so tired of food, like completely. I've had
Yeah.
zero. I've no like. I'm not really that hungry anymore. Like I'm not like. I'm usually hungry at this point. I was hungry, but then it kind of went away. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
weird.
Well, I
I have
wouldn't
no
complain
cravings,
about
no
it.
nothing. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Like prep's been really nice, actually.
Have you dropped your weight?
It's weird. Like he's kind of like he had me drop a little bit, but he's holding me kind of. So like he surprised me. He gave me a cheat meal for either today or tomorrow. I weigh about 283, and so. But where I'm at, I mean, I just posted a video on my Instagram. That's what I look like. That was from yesterday.
Yeah.
And at 12 weeks out, like he wants. I guess he wants to hold me. I guess up until like the last few weeks. Usually he has me like get ahead of schedule, but I think he wants to approach it completely different this time.
Well, I think he knows you get in shape quick now.
Yeah,
Exactly. I was gonna say that.
that's what me and Paul talked about. He's like, he knows I get in shape quickly, and then we like get a little too ahead of schedule to where he has to try to like fill me up so I don't start to get burnt out and stuff. And
yeah, because I saw your update too, Joe, and like you're 283, and I know it's 12 weeks, but dude, like even like from the side chest, like your chest is full, like when you're like when you're like past an off season where like your chest starts drooping and shit, like you're still for 283, you're still pretty solid, man. So
It's called the
I thi-
cheeseburger tits, by the way.
yeah,
Yeah,
the cheeseburger tits.
Yeah.
Yeah, no man.
Full Arabia, dude.
Yeah,
yeah,
I
but you
I
still
hold
have
my
abs
own.
too. Yeah, you still have abs too, and from the back too, like even like a lat spread or back double, like your lats are actually still showing through, which I think in 12 weeks you'd be solid, bro.
Yeah, I'm not worried about. It's just it's crazy. Like Beatty saw me like what 5 weeks out. I was ready to step on stage, and I saw to hold that for 5 weeks. So this time's gonna be completely different. I don't think like because you suffer for a long period of time and then holding that look. So this one, like, I know I'm gonna suffer eventually, but I think more towards like the end of it compared to right in the middle. So it'll be a little different. I think this is gonna be one of the best preps ever. To be honest.
It sucks when you get to that point and then you got to hold it. Because I had to do that for like 4 weeks going into nationals.
That same year.
And me and Ty were talking like, what's one thing we could have done different for this prep? And we're like, next time we're gonna do like a 10-week prep, like if that.
Yeah. So he knows that like once he tells me, hey Joe, we're on prep, there's no like veering off plan. There's no this and that. Like I become a robot. Whatever's on the plan, I stick to. So he started me like prep's officially starting like pretty much this week to an extent, which is why he wants to give me that last cheat meal. But he knew that if he gave me hey, we're starting right now, that I would clean up everything and we would be right on track to where he wants me. So he just wants everything running smooth and stuff,
I got a question for you, Joe.
Yeah.
So I know you're focused heavily on California, right?
Yes.
So outside of winning the Cal Pro, if you were to come, say second or third, right? Like you were just right there, would you continue prep? Like probably go to another show?
Yeah. It's that's something when I get to that point, I'm gonna talk to Justin about seeing what he thinks where I should go next. I'm gonna put the ball in his court, and whatever he says, I'm gonna go with. So I can't say I want to put all my eggs in one basket because you never know who's gonna show up, and I'm a realist. I'm planning on winning, right? I mean, I'm not gonna sell myself short, but at the end of the day, life happens, right? So you just keep working till you make you achieve your goal. So we'll try another one if it goes that way. But at the end of the day, the goal's the O, so you got to work to get there, right? So
because I agree. Because if you're in first call out, like if you look at your career so far, you've only been around the West Coast. You're only known by West Coast judges and promoters there. So it'd be good to see your face in like the Midwest or the East Coast, like just appeal to a different audience, and just get your name out there. Like, I mean, that's part of what we do. You know what I mean? I'm excited, bro. I'm excited for you, man.
I was it was on one of the previous podcasts. I didn't put two and two together. I'm like, oh shit, like in 2025, because my mom recently asked me like what my plans are for next year or whatever, because she already knows the layout of this year. And I'm like, well, I hope you're ready to go to New York because we're going to do New York Pro next year. And I was like, oh shit, I'm going to step on stage with Ken.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
Yeah. So.
Body will be pro by then too. All going to go, man. Yeah. Justin, you're invited to the mix, man. It's going to be good.
I would have done it this year. I would have done it this year, but like I wanted to play on my level, right? I'm not, for me, I don't think I'm New York caliber winning like that show yet. I don't. I think I need more time, and that's just me being real. And so I think, with another whole year under the belt, like I will like close in that gap of making it happen. So it's just something I'm excited for. Because I was like, fuck yeah, I get to step on stage and be out there with all you guys too.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool.
Yeah, I think New York Pro 2024. I think that's the show. Everybody gonna show up.
2025. 2025.
I mean, that's gonna be the show, bro.
25. Everybody gonna show up there.
Yeah, for real.
Isn't it crazy? Like all of us used to watch like the New York Pro and shit like that. Now we can say that we can do it. It's crazy.
Yeah, bro. I was explaining that to my sister-in-law, right? Because my older brother loves football. He always wanted to go to the NFL, right? It didn't happen. And I'm like, I think all of us, when we started out, we played football. We all want to go to the NFL. And if it didn't happen, we chose bodybuilding kind of thing. And I'm like, this is the closest thing I can get to saying, like, I'm playing in the NFL. Like, all these guys I looked up to, I can stand next to them and go against them, even beat some of them, So it's cool to say that, man. It's like something I'm really proud of.
Thanks. Yeah. I feel like that's like always the goal, right? To like you make like your idols, not your rivals, but your friends, basically. Let's say that.
Yeah. Well, that's the cool thing in this sport, like because of this podcast and stuff, we are becoming friends, with all these things going on and stuff. So by the time we get to stage, it's badass. Like you in the pump up area, it's like, hey man, what's up? Like you see me through a little camera, right? But like in person, it's gonna be dope. Like, just be hanging out with your friends and going against them, bro. It's like, when you're growing up, you're wrestling your brothers and shit. It's like you want to win, but at the same time, they're your brothers. It's dope.
I can't wait to compete with you guys, man. It's gonna be so fun. Because think about it. I know we're all doing New York, but over the years, we're gonna be in a couple of shows together. So
Yeah.
it's gonna.
Well, it's
be
like
fucking
you hear
fun,
like
man.
Dexter and all these older people like talking about all the stories and shit like that. Like
Yeah.
we'll be able to be like, yeah, you remember that time you carb loaded on a whole fucking pizza? You know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that.
We tried to dry out and just got drunk as fuck.
Good times. Zayd, how's that
Yes,
bulk going?
Good.
Off season,
Not too
yeah.
bad. Good. I'm to 235. I started GH yesterday. It's going all right, man.
You got the
No more
GH, right?
TRT. Huh?
You got the GH?
We got it, brother.
Ready to go. Okay, ready to go.
Special
Good shit, good shit.
sauces. Special
Yes.
sauces.
How much GH you taking? How much GH you running?
Right,
3 I use.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say 1. No. No.
Come on, bro.
For real, man. Slow and steady.
Fuck what you say.
If
But
it
you know
was
what's really
Seraphim,
funny?
then yeah, but not generic.
You know what's funny? Imagine we see Zayd 2025 like fucking 300 pounds. Big as fuck.
Man, bro.
Like damn,
1
so
IU a
city.
day.
So say does his job. All right, gentlemen. So the Arnold Classic just wrapped up. Who had Hottie winning
Ken.
Did,
out
I
of
think.
us? Ken.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
It's like I feel like we all know that Hottie's gonna bring it, and we all knew that Samson probably wasn't gonna bring it, but we all like picked
I think we
Samson.
had high hopes.
Like it's
Samson was softer than last year. But last year he was a lot better. That package would have won, I think. But this year, unfortunately, we've seen a lot of smoothness, and his abdominal control was not very good. Fucking Hadi, bro, he fucking killed him on every fucking pose. He didn't win one single pose. And
To be honest,
I like Hadi, but I'm not his favorite fan. But I can't say shit. He fucking dominated this entire lineup. And
what's crazy? It was crazy is Hadi was a little bit off. Like he wasn't his normal like glutes shredded on, and he still beat Samson. So that says something.
And
Wait,
I think he was spot on. Don't you guys think?
This Arnold you talking about, Wyatt?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought he was. I mean, he wasn't Vancouver shredded, but he was.
That's what I'm comparing it to. Yeah, that's what I'm comparing it to.
He was
so much bigger.
He's bigger.
He was so much bigger
Vancouver.
than so much bigger than Vancouver. But I don't agree that if Samson was like last year, I don't think he would have beat this Hottie. I thought this Hottie was beat him by quite a bit.
This is my question. This is my question. I don't understand why this happens in bodybuilding. Like the narrative going into this, like you guys said, is that Samson is going to win, and Hottie can't win. But if you look at the data, it doesn't make sense. Like Hottie was off in the O, and he still beat Samson. Provided both of them were off at the O, but Samson has never beat Hottie. So obviously both of them are going to come in a lot more improved this time at the Arnold. Are we saying that Samson is going to be 3 times better in order to beat Hottie? It's impossible. That's not how it works. So I just didn't understand how the narrative is that, Samson's going to come in and he's going to beat Hottie. Like Hottie is, like I said this on the podcast before when we were arguing about this. I'm like, Hottie has a back. Hottie has pretty decent shape, and he has very good conditioning. And, at the time, so there was a little pushback, but I think whatever. But, people kind of like just frame this narrative, and, it kind of just catches like wildfire, and everyone just kind of goes for it. But in reality, when you really look at it, it doesn't make sense. I mean, the guy lost one show where he was arguably off at DO. That doesn't mean that he's done. Like there's never been a point that Samson has actually beat Hottie. And I'll be quite honest. I think everyone kind of agrees at this point after this Arnold, that 1 and 2 are in their own league, right? They're in their own separate caliber. And, it's going to take a little
You
bit
mean
for.
you mean Derek and Hadi?
Yes.
Okay.
Derek and Hadi, they're kind of separated, right? They're kind of in their own league, and now everyone is kind of chasing those two. It's not as close as people really think it really is, realistically.
I would put Nick with that group up there.
I was
on
gonna.
their own.
Yeah.
To be honest, like I kind of half agree with Ken. I feel like it's like with guys like Samson and Andrew, it's like high hopes, right? So okay, if we're gonna bet money, if somebody's like, "Yo, let's bet $1,000," I guarantee you, everybody would have said Hadi. If we were gonna bet money,
I was just gonna say that.
because we're talking about consistency, who we know is going to bring it. I think we were looking at where Samson has been going because he's been improving. Bro, 3 years ago, the man was second call out in Europe. So we're looking at his rate of progression, and then we're looking at Hadi. His best is still Vancouver. So we're saying, well, Hadi got bigger but softer. So his improvement is like not really. But if you look at Samson, it's like he's improving at a crazy rate. So yes, Samson has never beat Hadi, and he wasn't actually close at the Olympia. But we're like, yo, he's closing the gap. So we're like living on high hopes, like, whoa, this guy's gonna put it together. But the truth is that more than likely, people kind of look the same. People don't just randomly, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's what people were going by. But I don't think anybody thought that Samson, Hadi couldn't beat Samson. I think we knew that he could for sure, obviously, but we were kind of hoping that these improvements were going to translate to stage, which it did. But the condition is just not even close, man.
Dude, he was bigger. I don't understand how he's still gaining size. Like if you look at him from the last Arnold, he was bigger. He's bigger. Dude. Like his quads,
but he shouldn't be.
His back. That's what I mean. Like I don't understand how he's still gaining size.
I feel like just bring him in. Like I know it's not as easy as it sounds. I know it's not like you just do more cardio and you get shredded, because we saw him at one of the shows overseas and he was like smaller and a little harder. But I don't know if he looked better. We assumed that if he shredded, he beats Hadi. But if he shredded, he might not look like the Samson we know because I forget one of the shows, like the second show he did overseas, he was tighter and smaller. And honestly, he didn't look as impressive. I think he looks more impressive like this. So maybe he can't be Hadi. Like like Andrew, if Andrew shredded, he beats everybody. Maybe they don't, bro. Maybe they lose, So whereas we know for sure that Nick and Hadi and Derek, they're going to be bang on and they're still going to be full and they're still going to be hard. So like you said, Hadi and Derek are on a league of their own, and then Zayd added Nick. I honestly think those three are on a league of their own because they're tried and true and proven, and we know that they can bring that package without losing anything, So I think I'm going to have to agree with that.
So I agree with what you said about Samson. I thought about that too. Because even when you look at the Arnold, as big as he wasn't really outsizing Hadi, right? So it's sort of like if this guy is like super peeled, what is he sacrificing at the end of the day on that stage to bring that look? Something's got to give somewhere, right?
It has to,
but, and with Nick, I for me personally, I love Nick just like everyone does. He's my boy. But I wouldn't say that yet, just because he wasn't at the O and Samson did beat him, arguably, debatably, at the Arnold, right? Mm-hmm. So I would say, honestly, like if you're asking just landscape of bodybuilding, 1 and 2, Hadi and Derek, and Samson and Nick are kind of fighting for 3, at least at this moment, till the Olympia. Mm-hmm. That's kind of the way the lay of the land kind of looks.
Yeah. Also, I think because Samson beat Nick last year, we were also looking at the judging, like maybe the judging, because I believe almost everybody who said Samson would win, kind of like Stu, right? He was like, yeah, because the way the judging went last year, we kind of felt like, the whole year, even at Nationals with Wyatt, right? Yeah. It's like we look at him and we look at Trevor, and we're like, huh. And they went with more of the, like the beauty, right? So we kind of were like, maybe the judging is swaying that way. And it has been. But I just think Hadi was just too far ahead. Maybe if Samson was a little bit closer, it would have, because Trevor was in shape, right? Or like Keon was in shape, not as hard as Clarita, but maybe if Samson was just like, I don't know, a little bit harder, maybe it would have went to him. But it was just lights out. And people there in person, I was talking to Shire, and he was like, "Man, in person, bro, that shit was not a contest." Yeah, and I mean, you kind of heard everybody saying that. Dave was like, "Yo, this shit was not a contest." A lot of people
Even
said
Arnold said it. Arnold said it like literally on stage. He said he wanted prejudging.
Well, and Arnold is a Samson fan, and he said that.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
why they showing
I will say this. I will say this though. When we talk about criteria, I think the criteria is still the same. I don't think it's changed at all. I just think that this version of Hadi, he's a little bit smaller than the Olympia. So being a little, because I don't think he's that different, I'll be honest. I just think he came in a little bit tighter this time. So his waist
was crazy.
Yeah,
his
waist came in a lot
that
better.
Double looked crazy.
And because of how wide he is, it kind of accentuated his X frame. Right. And that's why we're like, damn, this guy, he looks just as shapely as a Samson.
What do you think about this version of Hadi versus Derek?
He wins.
He wins.
I was just about to say the same shit. He wins.
I think he wins. Well, because his waist looked like, I don't want to say like Derek's waist, but the way he was pulling that vacuum, I never see him pull a vacuum like that, bro.
Yeah.
And then his quads, I don't know if it was because his waist, his quads looked insane, bro.
Yeah.
At the Olympia, I would say Samson looked like he had bigger quads than Hadi, in proportion. Not here. I felt like Hadi's quads were the best on stage, bro. That shit was insane.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like, as a competitor, like, how do you really face this guy? Like, you can't outcondition him. You can't outpose him on stage. He doesn't get tired. The only way you can beat him is size. And I don't think there's anyone at the roster right now at the top level that has the kind of size to kind of negate, a Hadi Chupin. He's a very difficult, and that's why I was like, man, I don't see it, man. I still think even I still think that one is debatable.
Damn.
But he's a very, very hard guy to fight as a competitor.
So here's the thing.
He even had the best abdominals in the show.
Yeah, he's pulling vacuums and he's pulling vacuums and crunching down the abs, and he's winning both. Like
his quads literally just pop right off the hips.
Yeah,
like waist to quad. That's it.
So this version of Hadi, because I feel like, at least I thought that Samson would take the front double, but looking at this Hadi, I don't know if he does. So what shots does he take?
No.
There wasn't one.
There was literally not one. He lost every shot, dude. The only shot I can give is like maybe a draw is the side chest. I can put the side chest as maybe a draw just because, Samson is kind of, the abdominals are covered in a side chest, and Samson just has a really nice chest.
But even if you look at the side leg, though, like the conditioning there, like
I was thinking about that.
Andrew, that's why I said it's debatable. Honestly, like I'm
right here.
It's debatable.
Look at the side shot.
Yeah, see, Paul's.
If it was just silhouette, yes, but like even just detail is crazy.
The detail is crazy. Yeah, the detail.
I mean, what do you think? What do you think the weight difference is? 60 pounds,
bro.
It's gotta be at least 40, 50.
More than that, bro. But Samson's competing.
Hadi's not 240, and Samson's like 240. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So here's the thing. That's a perfect question, right? Yo, can we forget about this weight bullshit? I'm tired of hearing Milos about Samson 301, 305. Nobody gives a fuck because Hadi is being outweighed by 60, 70 pounds. Yo, you know what I'm saying? Bro,
you're gonna get someone in your DM soon.
Bro.
And he doesn't look like he's being outweighed by 50, 60 pounds.
It doesn't matter. Hadi looks just as muscular as Samson, bro.
Oh, 100%.
Just as muscular. So it's like same thing with Horse. Oh, he's 270. But nobody gives a flying fuck how much you weigh. We've still never heard ever how much Hadi weighs or Derek exact weight. And guess what? They're 1 and 2. They're both Miss Olympia. Nobody gives a flying fuck. Let's just stop, or they'll be like, we're not weighing Samson, but then still tell us his weight at the end anyways. It's like you don't weigh him just to tell us the weight. Like it's irrelevant. So you know what I'm saying? Oh, Rafa Brando, 15 pounds. Now Rafa was bigger, so we didn't need to hear his weight because it doesn't matter how much he weighed. He's obviously bigger. We just got to see it. We don't got to hear shit. We don't know how much Akeem weighs. He's huge. It's like I think Milos needs to throw away this whole thing about the weight because he's obsessed with this 300-pound number. Nobody cares. He just got to be hard enough to beat these guys. You know what I'm saying? So, and bro, he's 6 foot. So it's like, yeah, everybody 6 foot is heavy. I'm heavy. Is it relevant? No, it's not. Nobody cares about my weight.
Because weight does not define muscularity.
Look at Zay.
Not all the time.
Zay was a light heavy, and he was standing in that overall lineup. He looked like a heavy or a super heavy. He looked just like one of them.
Muscle insertion, bro, makes a lot of difference in how dry you are.
Yeah. So
I really think Baidi, I really think that that's part of the issue. Is this thing we just talked about that like if Samson really comes in 100% peeled, I don't think we're gonna get the Samson that everyone thinks. You remember that year when Rami worked with Aceto?
I do, yeah.
He brought him in at like 275, and everyone
that
was
wasn't
calling
it.
him medium Rami. He wasn't as big as he used to be. I kind of feel like at this point with Samson, maybe that's why.
I think so.
I don't know. Maybe or maybe Milos just doesn't, because Milos has said it himself. He doesn't believe in shredded glutes. He doesn't believe that conditioning should be the de facto to win.
Whatever
shows,
he believes doesn't really matter. It's whatever the
Whatever
wins.
the judges.
But here's the thing: is like if you never do it, how do you know? Fucking bring them in peeled. And let's just see what happens.
Well, I think they toyed with that in that European tour, and I got to be honest, that smaller look he brought in, he kind of looked small next to Nexzilla, but he still didn't look that hard. I don't think Samson will ever have shredded glutes, and if he chases it, I think he's gonna look worse. But this ain't it. This ain't it. It still has to be harder. Don't chase Hadi condition, but just a little bit tighter because. I can't say this ain't it because he went from second call-outs to Arnold Classic champion. So it worked. So we got to give Milos that respect. But at the same time, now he reached a point where he has the size. I think because his new muscle, I know that's like a bro science kind of thing, but because his new muscle, he might not be able to bring it in Hadi shredded without sacrificing like a lot of size.
Is that really true? Or that's bullshit. That you need to solidify the weight.
No, I mean it has to be true because we do it all the time. Like the first time we hit 300, it looks like shit, and then we sit at it, and then it looks better and better and better. And then the first time I remember I hit 300 and still competed at like 230 because once I dieted off, I lost all that shit. So I think it's true. We can't look at somebody like Hadi and be like, "Ball, look at Hadi. He was 17 and shredded." Hadi's different though. You can't, Hadi is like an anomaly. He's just hard as fuck, or Wyatt is hard as fuck. But I think a lot of people don't hold on to that muscle well if it's new. You know what I'm saying?
There may be a difference. There may be a difference. I don't know. Maybe it's because we're working in an enhanced route why things may be different. But like, what you're talking about makes sense, and I agree. But when you look at, and no knock, he's the king, right? Derek, how people talk about Derek's front. Regardless of how new the muscle is, there will be some form of striation or fiber or something if you're that lean, for your front to be that smooth. And that's what makes it always kind of just like, maybe it's because we're playing in the enhanced game now, so maybe it changes things. But some of these things don't make sense. Like Zayd has a point there. It doesn't make sense because muscle is muscle. Like the muscle should still have some fibers. It should still have some striations on there. And if you're lean, it should show through the skin in some kind of capacity, right? So maybe, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that, but
because this none of the pros that came from like 500 pounds of fat, have loose skin. It's not the same. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There's obviously some genetic component to it, right? Like Derek has never been.
Hey, you're on YouTube right now. Pull up Derek's last video.
From where? From his page?
YouTube.
Okay. What I will say is like when he's like not stage condition in the gym, he seems to look like he has a little more separation, you know. But genetically, Derek has never had lines like in his chest and shoulders, like at least not enough to show. I'm sure if we saw him in person, you would see a bunch of striations. But like to come across on the fucking pictures and video, that has to be like the next level of conditioning. You said
one thing about him also that I kind of find weird, like when he does day in the life stuff, all the bodybuilders are always getting tissue work done. I've never seen or heard of him getting tissue work done ever. Have y'all noticed that?
He definitely does because he's Mr. Olympia. I think Hani won't let him, but you're right. I've never seen him get any work done.
Yeah, he probably does. You know, obviously he's fat free. It's not a fat thing because shit, his glutes and hams and back is dialed. I honestly just think for him it's just genetics. I don't think for him it's maturity. I don't think he's gonna train for another 5 years and have a hottie chest. I think that it just is what it is. It's like Samson's glutes. I don't think there's anything Samson can do for that. I think it just is, you know.
Hadi had that chest as a middleweight.
He'd always had that. Yeah. So Zay does have a point to some extent. I think is mostly genetics, you know. But I also will say I had some lines that I don't have anymore when I was a heavyweight. You know, I had like my biceps were split and then striate, not even being shredded because I was never really shredded as a heavyweight. But like I would have some splits and shit that I don't have now, just because maybe the amount of muscle. I don't fucking know. I don't have the answers, you know. But so okay. Oh wait, you guys can't see that. My bad.
Just pull up the thumbnail.
The thumbnail?
Yeah.
Of Derek's last video?
Going on with his lymph nodes for sure.
Oh yeah, that swelling you're talking about. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't
They're
know.
like if you go on the thumbnail, you can see the like little red balls on his lats.
Oh really?
Right there. Go down.
Yeah. Is that concerning? Huh? Is that concerning? Should he go see?
It's kind of concerning because if you have something wrong with your lymph nodes, you're not going to get dry because that's what moves the fluid throughout your body.
Oh, but then massages would help that a lot because they got the lymphatic massages and all that, you know.
Yeah, but the only thing is, if they're infected, it wouldn't matter. There's something going on with them. I don't know what it is.
Wait, you think there's something in it?
I think they're infected or something. Yeah.
But like it's like his armpits, though. I don't know.
There's lymph nodes in your armpits.
Yeah, I'm saying, but you're not saying that he's putting stuff in there.
No. I'm not saying it's injectable. No.
I'm too uneducated in this subject to have an opinion, so I'm gonna keep quiet.
Okay, now, did anybody have any qualms about Rafa getting third?
No, he looked great.
I think it was well deserved.
Looked amazing.
I mean, if there's a bodybuilder right now, I mean, that somebody would want to look like, it'd probably be him. I mean, shit, he's always
right? I thought the same shit.
I always felt like he looked undersized. I don't think he looks undersized anymore.
No,
I think
a big factor in it too is Aceto is really big on like
diuretics.
Different types of diuretics and stuff. Neil's not, and Neil is also all his guys look really, really fresh.
That's what Ken always said.
What I said.
They look healthy. Yeah, Ken always says that.
They always got that healthy look. You know, he looks healthy. He looks good.
That flex.
He looks
he has that high SHGB.
and I gotta say, Justin doesn't look very healthy. You know, his physique just doesn't look fresh anymore. You know, he lost that. I don't know. Something about the midsection, the arms, even the legs. It just doesn't have that same pop. It looked like it did in the photos, but you know
what's crazy is Moshe Bond looks the same size as Justin right there. It's not
crazy, right?
Yeah,
and Justin
the waist.
I think it's in this pose because when they were in the comparisons, Justin was massive. I think he was probably the biggest guy like width on stage.
But you guys notice Justin looks good when he first comes out, and then by the time he comes back out, he doesn't look as good. Every show he does that. It's just that he used to be so good that even when he drops off, he was still good enough. But like, I feel like in that first like comparisons, I was like, holy shit! I thought Justin was winning that lineup.
Me too.
And then I'm like, oh, his stomach is looking washed. His legs looked a little down. Then I'm like, huh, I don't know about that anymore.
Something's going on. Like we said before, I wish a lot of these guys were a little bit more vocal to kind of just give us some insight, but something's going on, something's going on with Justin's physique. Not the best showing, for him, but I do want to go down the line. John De La Rosa, holy cow.
Yeah,
like,
that was nutty.
I like, I'm so happy for the guy, man. Like,
Me too.
he prejudging, he killed it. We'll get to Akeem, because I think Akeem to me is the second star of this show, but
The way,
John De La Rosa in prejudging, outside of the top 3, he was killing everybody. Like,
facts,
he honestly may have some of the best condition on stage.
Yes,
I did think so. You remember we talked about? Remember we like, okay, his legs look downside, but I don't know who said it, but one of us, well, not here, but one of us said that, but it never looks downsides on stage, because even last year it looked kind of downsides in the photos. Here's the thing, guys, like a lot of guys like Marcellus, they look crazy in the pictures. On stage, they don't translate. John is is the opposite. Like in pictures and video, they're like, bro, everybody was kind of like, I remember it was on Fuad's podcast. Ian was like, yo, trust me, he looks really good in front. Like, I don't see it. And honestly, I didn't really see it neither, But on stage, you can always say John looks his best on stage, and his legs do not look downsides on stage. We also said, I think I said that his legs look even better from the back and the side, where a lot of people's legs look worse from the back and the side, right?
Is he the oldest guy that did the show?
I mean, him and Akeem are around the same age. I know they came up together. So
Samson is not young neither. Samson is
and
like
Justin,
maybe 30.
Justin too. Justin's not young either.
Yeah. But John may be like a year older, if that, because John may be like 39.
I think he just turned 40. He announced it on his thing. I think he just turned 40. Yeah.
Yeah. So Akeem is maybe maybe 38. I don't know.
38, 39. Yeah, but shout out to John, man. That back double, he killed it, man. Like, like there were very few people that were taking him in a back double during that show.
Look at this. Yeah. Look at the taper. That's crazy.
So,
he beat James, Antoine, and Akeem. That's a big deal.
Big deal.
And you know what makes it a bigger deal? This was the best Antoine. This was the best James, and one of the best Akeems. So he didn't just beat a fucked up, off Antoine or a run-in-the-mill James. He beat the best versions of them.
There wasn't many people that were just off. Like it was a good ass Arnold.
It was a good ass show. I would say this for Akeem though. If you look at the scorecards, I looked at the scorecards today. Akeem was clearly 7th in prejudging. There are 5 judges. He got 35 points. In finals, Akeem was solidly 4th. He got 20 points. Yeah. So he was crazy. So that's why he leveled out at 6th. So if Akeem came the way he did in finals, in prejudging, Akeem would have been 4th. Like finals, I'm not gonna lie, man. In the side poses, he was killing everybody.
The whole lineup.
Like everybody. The whole lineup. Yeah. So shout out to Akeem, because I messaged him because I was so happy. I was like, I don't know what you guys did, because he's working with Chris Aceto now. I don't know what you guys did between. Yeah, he is. I don't know what you guys did between prejudging and finals, but man, that finals
that boy didn't have a drop of water between prejudging and finals.
Well,
everybody.
That's the difference, right? Because you take a Rafa, or you take most white guys, or a Brazilian guy, you over diuretic and starve them, they look worse. If you try that with Wyatt, he won't look that good. But for Akeem, or like a Sean Roden or something like that, you starve him, give him a bunch of diuretics, they actually might look better. You know what I'm saying? So that should work for Akeem, right? Because that's kind of what Akeem needed. I feel like probably you can't be scared to over dehydrate him and underfeed him, because he'll actually come in better. So Chris Aceto still works for some people. You just gotta It got to be the
man.
right body type.
Finals. Me and my girlfriend were sitting there. Finals were like, God damn, Akeem is on right now. Like, even she saw it. She was like, Yo, Akeem is like, he's in. He's in. It's crazy.
Yeah, he definitely bought it.
One more
also,
guy I want to. Sorry, before we segue, I want to shout out. I really, really want to shout out Antoine. He unified all Uruks, all orcs, and all cave trolls last night under the black flag of Mordor with that routine, man. If you know, you know. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me about it.
I was gonna be like, huh? I was like, huh? Now his
posing routine.
You know. I thought Antoine should have been best poser.
Yeah.
Like Samson is an incredible poser, but he did the same routine he did last year. You know.
Yeah.
And Antoine, which was an amazing routine, but Antoine, it was fun. It got everybody into it. It was exciting, and it was graceful, low key. Like it was kind of classical, but entertaining, kind of fun. I think that's the balance. When it's like I saw Rafa pose, and it made you want to fall asleep because it was too slow. I feel like a couple of guys, because of the Arnold,
they were making love up there, man. They were making love up there.
Well, that shit is not for everybody. Like Chris Cormier can do it, Sean Ray can do it, but everybody can't be trying to make babies on stage. It just don't work for everybody. You know, you got to have a balance because we don't want to fall asleep. Kai Green ain't never made nobody fall asleep, but it was graceful. So I think Antoine was graceful. Samson is graceful, but he doesn't bore you neither. Like some of these posing, with all due respect, like Rafa, I think John De La Rosa did one, and somebody else did one. I'm like, yo, that was a little too slow, and they wasn't really hitting the poses right. With all due respect, they were kind of like trying to hit it, but they didn't really. It didn't like they practice it. You know, it didn't look. Antoine and Samson, it was flawless execution. If you're gonna hit some Lee Labrada shit, you better know how to hit it. Or just leave it alone. You know, just leave it alone.
I thought Antoine should have won best poser. Like,
I mean, hell, he did the splits.
Yeah,
exactly.
He came on. It's a Lord of the Rings reference essentially because he posted Lord of the Rings. That's what he did, and that came on, and I was like, "Holy shit!" He really pulled this shit off. Like, that's crazy, insane. So, Antoine, shout out to you, man. You're my favorite poser from now on. Favorite poser goes to Antoine. I'm totally stealing that.
You know,
he's always been self-aware with his body. Like he knows where everything is.
Well, because he used to do that, the tricking shit.
Yeah,
that tricking shit is, bro. You got to be a beast to do that shit. Like that. That shit is insane. Yeah. Now, let's go back to James Holland said. Can I pull up individual? I think so. At this point, this look, I think the only thing holding him back was just his structure, that he wasn't super wide.
He's a little narrow. Yeah, that's what I
And in his waist, because he's on the narrow side, he doesn't get that V taper. Like you see him next to Brandao. Holland said it's bigger than Brandao, but it doesn't look like that in some of the poses because the taper. So you're looking at it side by side, and like he doesn't really look bigger than Brandao. But he's technically a lot bigger than him because, you know, Brandao has it all in the right places.
I think no one's mentioning with James, it's his lats. Like I don't think his width is that bad. It's just the lats. If you rewind a little bit when you're doing a front relaxed, it's not that his narrow. It's just that the lats aren't popping out. Like when they do it, and hold on, let's see.
Relax.
There, relax. Pause there. Or do it before he moved to that side. So maybe a little bit, 30 seconds.
Wait, boom.
Yeah, you see, like his lats. I think it's. I don't know if it inserts a lot higher, but that's why he looks so much more narrow. If his lats actually flared out a lot more compared to everyone else, because his front double, and his front lats and front lat spread. It looks like his lats aren't actually flaring out. I don't know if it's a smaller lat or it's where it inserts, but that's why I think people say he's narrow. I don't think his shoulder width is that narrow, to be honest with you. He's almost the same shoulder width as Akeem.
I think it's all of the above, man, because you look at his waist doesn't help it, right? It doesn't taper because the waist. And if you look at like Rafa's shoulder and then James' shoulder, Rafa is quite a bit lighter than him, but his shoulder actually looks more capped off and developed. And then the lat too, like you said, the actual lat is not like a wide. It looks thick from like his back poses. It's not a wide lat, you know. So it's literally everything working against him. Like besides he has a good sweep, but his actual waist is bigger, which is gonna make your lat not, you know, if his waist was smaller, his lat would flare more. If his lat actually flared more, it would make his waist look better. If his shoulder was actually wider, it's kind of like a trifecta. His shoulders could be wider, his waist could be smaller, his lats could be wider. But it's like that's a lot to ask for you know, for one guy, you know.
His waist is not even large though. James doesn't have a large
It's
waist.
just his abdominals are not deeply
Yeah,
separated
it's
like
just-
the others.
Yeah, his
know,
abdominal
man.
wall is just not defined, but his waist is actually small. He doesn't have a large waist.
I don't know, man. I mean, you can't really compare it to Rafa because Rafa.
That's all I was gonna say. You're comparing him to like the smallest waist on stage. Yeah.
Well, John got a small waist, bro. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you compare him to these guys, then his waist looks wide. But yeah, I guess if he had more detail in there, you know, and more taper, man, more taper. You know, I don't know. I think he bought the best he could bring right now. If I'm being honest, I think the last resort is he's gonna have to pull like a fucking Dorian or Marcus Rule, or just get big as fuck and get shredded as fuck. I don't know. I think that's your only hope if you don't have like the craziest structure. Just get big and hard as fuck, you know. And he is big and hard, but I don't know if he can get it. You know, I don't know what else he can do with this. You know, I don't know.
He can
You
tighten
guys
up for the next 2 weeks. He's doing Arnold UK.
Well, who's gonna be there? Samson.
Samson.
Samson. What's his
De La
name?
Rosa's doing it too, right?
Yeah.
What do you mean by tighten up? Like get harder?
Harder. Yeah. And I think maybe some people forget to actually pull the lats out in a front shot. I used to do that all the time. I would flex the entire body, but I forget to bring the lats out. This happens all the time, you know?
I think this was the perfect balance, bro. I think if he gets harder, he's gonna be smaller because he's been harder than this and just didn't look as he didn't have that same pop. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if James could actually be better than this. Like to not flatten out and to not spill. I feel like this was pretty spot on. I just don't think he could have done it any better. You know, you guys think he
found
could
his side tricep? He had probably the best side tricep in the show to me.
Yeah, his side shots were pretty gnarly. They were pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
But do you guys think he could have done anything to place higher in this lineup?
Honestly, I think he could have been a little bit drier, but not like crazy. Nothing crazy, just a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, his shout out
Why
to
they cut
Yvonne, by the way, for this video. Yvonne, I watched this guy's channel.
Why he didn't put the side tricep though?
Right there. You're right on it. You're right on. Oh, that's a side chest. Still, same thing. Okay.
Same difference. We get the idea. Yeah, I feel like I don't know, man. I really don't. Okay, so he got what, fifth or sixth?
Fifth.
So you think I think he could be John. Yeah, I think he could be John, but I don't know, man. If he's harder, you think he would beat John?
Mm-hmm.
No, I think John.
I think the judges rewarded John because they never seen John like that before, and over James. I had James over John just because he's bigger, but I guess aesthetics helped John a lot this time.
I didn't, because John is just complete. Like there was nothing on John you could actually knock outside of he's a shorter guy.
I agree. I don't actually think James is bigger. I think James is taller, but yeah. I think John was just as muscular.
Yeah,
John is really complete, man. Like,
yeah,
it's the only thing you can say at this point for John is, maybe he needs a thicker back. Everyone needs a thicker back, you know.
Yeah,
so, tell him. You know,
if I'm happy for him. Nailed it.
If I'm being unbiased, I think John appears just as muscular as James with a much smaller waist, better condition, better V taper. I mean, better abs. I would even say better back. You know, his back double would look insane. Mm-hmm. So for James to beat that, I mean, John has to be perfect to beat James, but he was perfect basically for John. You know,
Yeah,
I feel like the place.
If he brings a prejudging look, he's good because in finals, I think he did carb up a little too much. And I think he did drop a couple of placings in finals, and it did show on the score sheets. I think some people had John in 6th in finals. So bring that prejudging look, and I think UK he'd be like top 3 easy.
Yeah. All right. Where's these 3? All right. Did you guys who got last place? Was it just Justin or Horse?
Did the new guy even show up?
No.
No.
Remco.
We said he dropped out, and then his coach got mad and said he didn't, but then he dropped out.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to
for a
Remco.
legit reason, though. For a
they're
legit
having
reason.
A baby.
Yeah,
they're having a baby.
Yeah,
shout out to him.
Oh
yeah,
That's a good life. Yeah.
Congrats! Yeah, hell yeah! Hey, we talked about that. We talked about that. Babies and bodybuilding. Babies come first, man.
Fuck it. I would have done the show, my man.
Wait, who had a baby?
That's why we don't have kids.
Remco
No.
BOYZ, the guy who
But-
the
What's his
amateur overall. Remco BOYZ, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bro, I wouldn't have wanted to stand stage next to these big motherfuckers either.
No, I don't think I would. I think we talked about that one as well. I don't think I would do it. I don't think I would do it.
I would do it.
Yeah.
You
I mean,
wouldn't?
listen. It depends where you at. If you're one of those people, I mean, Wyatt is like pro size though, so that's actually the closer, you know. But like in general, most of us don't turn pro or pro size, you know.
Whitey, it's about strategy, bro. You don't want to show up to this.
Yeah.
You don't show up in your pro debut in the Arnold, man. What are you thinking?
Cody,
You're jacked.
Cody Montgomery did it and actually did well, but I don't think he liked it. And it's like he got like 8th, but we're talking about behind Kai Green and Cedric and shit. Yeah. And he seemed bothered by it. And I'm like, but the truth is that why do that? Like, it's like Cody could have probably won a show. I mean, not the New York or something like that, but he could have probably won a show. Maybe like, you know, Vancouver or I don't know, Toronto. I don't know, some shit. Yeah, it's Chicago. You know, you gotta hit that Chicago show.
It's the opportunity, bro.
No,
but
never
had the opportunity to go there again. You know,
Jordan's doing the Chicago, right? Jordan Hutchinson.
Strategy.
Hutchinson.
Bro, but it's true that like, even though that last episode we kind of was joking about it, it's facts. Like, let's be real, but listen, we're not stupid. Like, we're not gonna be like, I'm gonna go beat Nick Walker. Like, what the fuck, you know? Like, let's all be real.
That's all I was saying at the beginning of the podcast. I know where I'm at.
Listen, being confident is great, but confidence got to come with some kind of strategy too, man. Yeah. Come on, let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. Oh yeah, I wanted to look at where are these guys?
Probably put up if you want to do the comparison between the two of them, Hadi and Samson. I think it's on. They have a really good one on Bodybuilders Without Borders. I think.
Yeah, my IG, bro. I can't get my IG to work. I might have to figure that out, but I could probably connect it to my phone actually. But yeah, I wanted to look at these 3. Listen, this is a great fight. This is a great last call out. If I'm being, oh shit, they show one post. This is a great last call out. We're talking about both of these guys are Olympians, multiple time Olympians. First of all, they've won. Mo Shaban won 2 or 3 shows. Justin won 2 or 3 shows. Horse was like, he beat Nathan Diasha, which is like one of the best in the game. So if we're keeping it a buck, this is a hell of a final call out. You don't have
the best. It's the best Arnold in years.
Yeah, I mean, they actually like people bought it. So yes, Marcelo was off, but he wasn't a fucking a bag of shit. Like they're roasting him all over social media. I get it. He didn't look like he did in the lighting. Nobody does. Nobody looks on stage how they look in the perfect lighting. You know, that's part of the game. He didn't look like a bag of shit. You know, he just wasn't.
Any of these 3 guys go to any regular pro show, they're in top.
Oh yeah, any of them. Yeah,
exactly. These 3 can win a lot of. They can win pro shows. I mean, they already have.
Shout out to Mo. Shout out to Mo.
Just go to
Mo.
Horse MD. Just go to Chicago. You'll be all right.
Bro, Mo's legs literally look like drumsticks.
But I mean, I saw Mo with North Americans. Mo was completely downsized.
Oh, he was natty. He looked like a regular Egyptian.
He pulled a little Roman.
Yeah,
did.
He literally was complete. He looked normal, dude. And like to see him like this, man, like Mo,
Bro.
man, you put in some work. You're putting in some work.
I saw Mo at USA's, bro. I bumped into him. I thought he was a regular dude. I thought he was going to ask me for a picture or something. Motherfucker, I was like, oh. Nah, stop. Nah, he looked like a regular. I didn't recognize him, bro. He looked like a regular guy. I did not recognize the man. I got to be honest with you. But I didn't want to say nothing because, I don't know if I think he was sick, right? Was he sick? Like stomach digestion or some shit?
Yeah, he was having some digestion problems, and he also had some serious back issues. I don't know if you guys remember.
Yeah,
I don't know if he herniated a disc or something. He was having some serious back pain, and he couldn't train for like a while. So, I mean, I know he works at my coach too. He works with Andrew. Shout out to Mo, man. You put in some overtime on this one, and I think, I mean, Arnold is a hell of a show to come back, but dude, if he continues in this season, he's probably going to win a pro show at some point this season.
I got to be honest. I think people got to take it easy with the Arnold show. Like you don't gotta go straight to the Arnold. Everybody want to just it's okay. Go to Chicago.
Excitement, I think, bro. I think they just get excited and the thought of like placing high there. Like it's literally an ego boost. Like it's like fuck yeah, if I can place this high here, I can do this, and this, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it, right, Justin? If you win Chicago this year, you could be invited to the Arnold next year. Like, I mean, think about it, bro. Like, it's crazy,
We gotta leave Chicago alone. We gotta leave Chicago alone.
Nobody.
600 people doing Chicago.
I haven't said shit. I'm about to do Chicago though.
we gotta go Chicago, then Vancouver. Work your way up. You know what I'm saying? You can't just go for the Arnold. Hey, Remy, Chicago. Hit up that Chicago. Oh man. I can't help it. I'm sorry. I can't help it. We don't mean no offense. Listen, everybody's great though. All these guys are legit. Whoever shows up is legit. But start off with Chicago. All right.
So, hey, what's his name? Justin Shire went to Chicago last year, right?
He did.
But who was there? Who showed up for the show?
Well, he actually beat John De La Rosa, which is a
I
big
was
deal.
trying to remember who it was. It was John, right?
Yeah.
John is no joke.
Y'all think he would have beat this De La Rosa though?
No.
I don't think he would say that himself.
Yeah.
Well, we're going by the Justin last year. In all fairness, right? The Justin last year
Justin's
wouldn't
honest.
be.
I mean, Justin's he knows.
Yeah.
He won't take offense to this.
Yeah, this John was fourth place, man. That's Also, he beat Stan. Did he beat Stan? Was Stanimal?
Yeah. Stanimal. Yeah.
Listen,
he beat some good guys in that show, bro. He beat some good guys in that show.
Stan is legit. Stan is legit. I got it. I would have to admit, he comes in peeled. Did he beat Robin? Was Robin there?
No.
No. Robin did New York, didn't he?
Yeah.
He did New York and then Toronto.
Toronto. That's right. Toronto too. Okay.
So you guys agree with all the placings with Arnold? Anything?
I'm not mad at him.
Yeah. Anything? Oh, I forgot we got other divisions. The biggest upset. The biggest upset.
Incredible, bro.
But that being said, who actually, after watching the show, had Wesley winning?
Remember,
I had Wesley. Like a lot of people have been downplaying him. I'm like, who looks more classic than Wesley? Like even last year, people just downplayed him, and I've been watching every single one of his videos. And I'm like, this dude's bringing it this year. Like he was on.
Yeah, I said that last week. That I'm like, I want to see him win because I like his look for the class.
Yeah. He did say that.
That looked classic to me. That's who I would have winning every time.
Just besides Bumstead, like literally, like he is classic to me. Like 100%.
Like I remember they were hyping up Urs a lot. Don't get me wrong, I love Urs, but like He doesn't have the shape and that size. Like you have in classic, if you notice, they're rewarding the taller look. The taller you are, the more that Y shape you're gonna have, and it's just Wesley just fits the criteria.
So I think for a long time, Wesley was the most underrated guy in the class by far. He was taking
100%.
outside the top 10 for a while. Then he got like ninth. We're like, really? Now, that being said, his legs were a little bit behind. His condition was a little bit behind. Even so, I still thought he should have been higher than that.
You know, one of the best.
Mind if I share my screen?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, I think I can. Oh, you disabled it. Never mind. You disabled it. Never mind.
You know who had one of the best classic physiques of all time that was an open?
Who?
You guys remember Jamie the Giant?
Oh
yeah.
Bro, that was one of if there was no weight cap, that motherfucker would have won every time. That shit was badass.
I still had Ramon winning. I'll be quite honest. I still had Ramon winning just because Wesley from behind the glutes and hams.
Yeah,
it wasn't.
I will say this though.
It wasn't there.
The
That's the only reason.
Ramon is he never holds his legs.
Bro, if it's just me or Ramon is a really bad poser, bro.
He's terrible.
But did you see when he came out? He was like he was walking like this, like goofy. I was like, what the fuck is that? He was like, he would hit a pole and just relax. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? You know, I was shocked, like the way he was presenting himself. And then Wesley, I mean, the whole line of Breon, Wesley, Urs, super fucking professional with the way they present themselves. I was really disappointed in his presentation. You know,
I think he may have been sending a message.
Oh, maybe, but
because
he wasn't.
He did a 6-week prep too. I don't know if you guys knew that. He only prepped for 6 weeks, and he wasn't training. He wasn't training prior to even jumping on, starting that 6-week prep. I
because
think
he can't because he won't make weight.
Yeah.
Now,
so, I mean, to get to that condition in 6 weeks, I think that you're going to sacrifice something, and it showed. He was depleted. He
was. Now, I agree with Ken. I still had Ramon winning. I think Wesley kills him from the front. He's just wide. He's big. His sweeps look great from the front. I can't even say kill him. I think he beats him because Ramon's front is crazy too. Ramon wasn't his best. I still think he was a better bodybuilder, but it is classic, I guess. He left the door open. Listen, like these are all legit people. I think maybe him and Chris thought this was going to be an easy win. I think everybody thought it was going to be an easy win. You can't do no 6 weeks preps. I get it. You don't want to outgrow the class, but it looked like a rush prep. He looked flatter, not as full, not as dry, and he left the door open. The best Ramon, Wesley wouldn't have won the show.
Yeah,
that's my opinion.
I 100% agree. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm happy for Wesley. I think it's great. It makes it interesting, right? Like the whole Chris and Ramon 1 and 2. It gets boring after a while. So it kind of puts even Chris on notice. They're like, listen, man, if you don't come correct, they could take the shit from you, and that's what happened to Ramon, because realistically, I think Ramon still won if we're talking about just pure bodybuilding metrics, but this is the worst Ramon we've seen, and they knocked him for it,
And then by far. By far, the Wesley's best. Now, he's way bigger than him, which is crazy because Ramon is usually really round and bubbly, but Wesley is like so much bigger than him. It's not even funny. Look at his side chest. Even his leg is bigger than him.
Yeah. Did y'all watch his videos?
He looked insane. Yeah, I think we watched it on the podcast, and he looked insane.
Well, I'm saying, did you watch his videos like leading up to the days before?
Stop there.
Because he was eating like 1,000 grams of carbs a day.
Oh no, I didn't see those. Okay, this is why he won't beat Bumstead though.
Yeah,
Bumstead back here, bro.
Yeah, it's nasty.
Motherfuckers, you're not even because even Ramon back here, Urs back here. Well, Breon is pretty good actually. Breon got the best back double in the lineup, but this right here could never beat Chris. I'm sorry, these back poses is not even close to Chris. Not even the same ball field.
It's not really even the upper body. It's just the lower body is soft.
It's the lower. He actually pops. He pops his adductors out So he's
I
not
like
even
it.
actually flexing the glute at all. So he's trying to give himself more hamstring from the back, fill the legs out a little bit from the back, and it makes it look like he's not even posing the lower half.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
You know what
Just
it
flex
looks
the
like? It
glutes.
looks like he never pinned shoulders ever. He has so many striations in those shoulders.
Yeah. I don't like that glute, that hip tilt shit. I'm not into it. Just flex the glutes, bro. Flex the glutes. But his actual back is big, but all of this area right here, Chris is gonna get him. Now his back is actually probably bigger than Chris, but Chris, the way he hits it, he capes his abs in. It makes his back look super dense. You know.
He
I don't
made
know
his
if
arms longer too.
he does. He does. I actually kind of learned how to do that, and it makes it a huge difference. If Wesley maybe did that, maybe I don't know. But Breon, I don't know if he's doing it, but the way his back is positioned, it looks like he's kind of pushing it out slightly, or his back might just be so fucking insane that that's just how it looks. You know,
But
all of this area.
Yeah, and this is the narrative that I was talking about earlier when we started this podcast, how people create narratives and storylines and people just run with it. The narrative now is, oh, Wesley can challenge Chris Bumstead for the classic title.
Nah.
I don't think so.
I don't think it's close.
I don't think even the Olympia, I'm not gonna lie, like obviously Ramon is gonna learn his lesson. And I think we're probably gonna see the best Ramon we've seen at the O this year after losing this title.
Yeah, listen, man. Keep in mind, Chris, we haven't even had technically 100% Chris because tore the bicep, tore the lat, had the fucking sickness. You know, it's like it's always something fucked up, and he's still slamming it shut. I don't even think it's close, personally. But this is like, if we're being technical, it looks like 100% Chris, but it hasn't been. Shit has been coming up every time. So Chris is shutting the door, not even being healthy. Like, think about it. You know, first of all, he had the autoimmune disease to top it off, but he's tearing shit left and right, and he's still demolishing them. So it's really not close. I got to be honest with you. You know, and Chris is not. He don't even do off season. The man is hanging out for off season.
And he uses way little than everybody else, supposedly.
Yeah, I mean, I believe it because it looks like it. It just, if you watch his journey, he looks, I don't want to say like a normal guy, but he's losing a lot of muscle and then coming back in. And if it's not like he's choosing to be humble, he actually has the autoimmune disease. If he pushed it, he wouldn't be able to compete at all.
It'll flare up. You know?
Yeah.
I have to say, like in like for him as a person, that has to feel so boring and it has to feel so hard. Like as a bodybuilder, to have to restrict yourself from actually not training and not eating and actually not improving, that has to be the hardest thing, man. Like I can't imagine. Obviously, he's winning and he's making tons of money, but we all got into this game to chase progress, right? And to just stay in the same place and actually limit yourself and stay there year after year, it's got to feel hard, man.
I don't know of anybody else that could do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. That don't sound like fun to me.
Yeah.
That's why if anybody asks me, what the fuck is Walking Dead?
Nah, this is Shogun. This show's good, man. This show's good.
No, but if anybody asks me, should I go up? I'm like, yo, if you have to ask me, go up because you want to go up. Don't stay somewhere because you think your genetics isn't good enough for any of that bullshit, you know? But yeah, I still got Ramon winning, man. I got to be honest with you.
Same.
From bodybuilding criteria, yes.
Yeah.
But I do think they were sending a message to him like, dude, don't come out here and pose and not even hold your legs. Like
that man was not holding shit, bro. He was
I was watching the video and he's not hitting his legs. I'm over here posing my legs, like trying to make him pose his legs. It's just like when you're on stage, like you always have your legs. You know
yeah. I understand what you think completely.
You guys keep up with men's physique? Probably this is the wrong group of guys to ask.
I don't
No,
know.
but Boss of Outlaws, he got 2 wins.
I
Russell
saw.
Hello? Oh, that's his guy?
Yep.
Did you guys watch the show where the men's physique guy he needed a shoulder to cry on, so he tried to hug Arnold?
Yeah.
Like, oh, get away from me!
Who did he
That
try
was
to
cool.
hug? Wait, who did he
He
try to hug?
Arnold. He tried to
Arnold,
hug
yeah.
Arnold.
Arnold.
Yeah,
Arnold with
yeah,
the
Who
because
fizzy.
does that?
he was crying. He was crying. So I don't know why. I would never do this, even if I'm emotional. But he needed
On
like
Arnold's?
he tried
That's
to rest
crazy.
his head on Arnold's chest, and Arnold was like, "Ugh, what the hell?"
Bro, also Arnold had the $5,000 suit on and he's getting tan and tears on it, you know?
Yeah,
Come on, bro.
yeah.
No, but bro, I gotta be honest, these motherfuckers in the middle, they look like two 212 guys in fucking board shorts. This motherfucker is full as fuck. Like I don't get it because sometimes I'll bring in a client and they'll be like, he's too muscular for the amateurs. But so then when he turns pro, do I put on 20 pounds of muscle on him? Like, how did that work? So what's too much? These guys don't look too big. Oh, I'm pointing with my finger. These guys don't look too big. I'm like this. These guys don't look. Nah, these guys don't look too big. They look like out the criteria. These two motherfuckers are the ones winning, and they look big as fuck. I don't know.
This I one of my friends, Alex Toplin, he was explaining, because I don't follow this shit either, but he was saying the reason why they won is because the new
body.
criteria for physique, is lower body. If you notice, their lower body, especially the guy that won in the top trunks in the
Yeah,
like
right
big
hand
ass
trunks there, his trunks were the shortest, and they were trying to send a message. But it's like, what I understand with the criteria is like, okay, we want lower body, but if the lower looks like that and the guy's upper body looks like he should be in 212,
He won't
I mean,
make weight.
but this guy clearly won. I mean, Chiron and the other guys look more like beach bodies, and this guy looks like a 212 guy that just has smaller legs. So I don't know where I
I
don't
see what you're
understand the
saying.
criteria, how it's judged if you're going that route.
Well, because now it becomes, is it a waste of division? If you're supposed to look like a classic guy or a 212 guy, why not go to classic or 212? This guy could be a 212 bodybuilder fucking next week. I mean, how much does he weigh? He probably weighs like 210, like, you know. So I don't. Okay, because his waist is tiny.
Next week.
because because his waist is tiny, he should do men's physique. Well, tiny waist wins 212 as well. Keon got a tiny waist, so it's like, what's the point? And if they have to have legs now, then why do they have shorts on? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like there's so many questions. It's like if they need legs, might as well do classic. And if they gonna look like bodybuilders, might as well do 212 or open. So what's the point of being men's physique who are bodybuilders in posing trunks? But then they judge the legs, but it's covered.
That's what I understand. Because I mean, look at this lineup. The three guys that look the most stacked, they were top three, and the other three guys look less muscled than them. But they said they wanted a lighter, a less muscular physique class because the guys were getting too big. But these guys are the most jacked on stage, and they won. So
it's not adding up.
I don't understand. You know,
it's just not adding up. It's like I don't understand, because you put the weight limits and say that you want shorter shorts but more streamlined, but then it just looks like the opposite. I don't. Yeah. It's hard for me to understand that. You know,
I think they're still figuring out. I think they're still figuring it out. They probably don't know either. So I'm being honest. They're probably still figuring it out.
When they had Aaron Banks win, I thought they were going to shift with that, because he looks very like he's not that muscular. Yeah, but they didn't like how he represented it, so they went back. They're like, fuck this.
How does Aaron Banks stand next to these two guys? That looks ridiculous. That looks like LeBron James next to fucking Big Ramy. Like that. That just looks.
I prefer this look, if I'm being honest.
Aaron Banks lost
because we're bodybuilders.
Aaron Banks lost to Chiron. Chiron came fourth. Think about that.
Yeah.
You're right. Chiron beat, and this was a good Chiron. Yeah. You know. So, are you telling Chiron to go add 10 pounds of muscle? Is that what we're saying?
I don't know,
I guess so.
Yeah.
And get some calves.
At the end of the day, like, it's all bodybuilding, right? And you want to reward the most muscular, but it's got to have a certain look. Just like Classic has a certain look, but they're still going to reward the most muscular within that look.
It's still bodybuilding.
Basically, it's still bodybuilding.
Yeah. All I know is my clients train legs hard. They train like bodybuilders, and I personally like when they grow. I don't like limiting them, so I'm sure they're happy to see it because people that if a men's physique guy is going to work with me, he likes to be jacked, so it works. I see no issue with it because we're bodybuilders. I want everybody to be jacked. I want bikini girls to be fucking jacked.
Yeah, I want them to be shredded too. Yeah,
exactly. I want to see shredded glutes in bikini. Let's see it.
Okay.
All right, we've been off for a minute. When did we get on? Okay,
they'll be like 60 pounds each of them. They're already 90 pounds.
Adi, before questions, if you don't mind, I asked for key takeaways from the Arnold before the podcast, and some people had some. So I wanted to pick at least 2 of the best ones, and we can probably go over it. Is that okay?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay. So Dalton Smith 916. So shout out to you. He said that his key takeaway is that Raphael is going to be a problem in the top 6, and Milos may not be able to get Samson to 100%. So what do you guys think about that?
Well, I don't even know if Milos is coaching Samson, if it's his wife or Milos. Because I don't know if y'all know this, but like Samson doesn't know what he's eating. She's the one who makes his food.
Right, yeah.
She makes his food, and she determines how much food to put on the plate.
You're right.
Wait, what?
They talk about that in videos. Yeah.
Yeah, if you watch his videos, he doesn't make his own food. And this is another. Here's my deal about Samson. He's a great ass bodybuilder, way better than I'll ever be. But you never done everything perfect. Why do I say that? He measures his rice in cups. What is a cup of rice? And he goes like this. He goes, pop. You know what I'm saying? They cook their eggs together. They both cook their eggs in the same time in the same pot. And then she gives them half of it and she gets half of it. Right? That's not accurate at all. Get your shit dialed in. Do more than a fucking 0.2 mile an hour walk on the damn treadmill for your cardio. Like, there's shit as bodybuilders, all of us, like me, Ken, Joe, like all of us, we nail. Like, if our coach tells us 30 minutes of cardio,
not me and Zay.
What speed to do?
Me and Zay. Me and Zay.
Definitely not Beatty.
Oh, well, okay.
For sure not Beatty.
Well, the pros on here right now. Anyways.
Good one.
Good one, Mike.
Yeah, you need too much ass, baby. You need too much ass so you get some extra calories. But anyways, we're measuring
Had some last night.
to the grams normally. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we know exactly what's going on. It's like, if you never nailed it 100%, why are you not nailing 100%? See what happens. You know what I'm saying? That's what boggles. That's what boggles me. I don't know if I'm just different or what. I don't know how y'all feel about that.
I mean,
I totally agree.
From what I've seen in his videos, him and Milos don't even communicate directly. He reaches out to her, and then so I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Blue said that she might as well just coach him. He said, "Fuck it, just let the wife coach you at this point."
Well, what I'm saying is, she determines daily what he eats. So, like, she's like, "All right, if he don't even know what he's eating, he don't know if it's a cup of rice, 2 cups of rice, nothing like that." She just puts on the plate, and she just like, they don't even really do it like incrementally. They just like, oh, we're 4 weeks out now. We'll take the rice down a little bit. So I'm just, this instead of this scoop, I'm doing this scoop. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of
whoa. I didn't know all this. I mean,
I watch all the videos like on cardio and stuff like that, and so that's what they do.
That's not good.
Crazy. That's not good. Yeah, I'm so curious about Milos' relationship with a lot because I saw James' video on Gas this morning.
Same thing, yeah.
And he was saying how Branch was telling him what to do these last few weeks, but I'm like, I thought you were working with Milos. So what's going on? Is Milos your coach or is Milos the coach? Is Milos the coach, or Branch is coaching you now? Because I didn't understand that dynamic of what was going on. Because I also saw that he didn't actually train with Milos when they got to Columbus, and he was doing like a hard ass workout in the Texas heat like 3 days before the show.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on in those relationships over there with Milos camp.
It's with a lot. It's with a lot of his people. It's like they're like almost like they just ask some questions, and if they both agree on the same thing, then they do it. And if they don't, they do what they want to do. Type of deal.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. I think you should talk directly to your coach, and I think you should follow the exact plan.
Yeah.
And I think you should weigh it on the scale to the gram if you have to. You know. Shit, at this point, I'm gonna be weighing my fucking salt and fucking hot sauce at this point. Fuck it.
Yeah, that's
Fuck
crazy.
it.
I did not know that revelation. That's crazy. So I mean, yeah, I mean, if you want to win the Olympia, you kind of have to have everything to the T, man. You can't just estimate shit, you know.
Especially when you're going against Hobby.
Like your food has to be super bland and shit either.
Yeah.
But if you ever watch his cooking videos, bro, he puts. I'm talking about. There's no way he even tastes the meat. You know what I'm saying? Like, he literally has so much seasoning on this shit. It's like caked on there. And it's not like the sodium free or whatever. So then again, you don't know how much sodium you're having, which I'm not huge. Like, I know pretty much what I do. Like, whenever I have a salt shaker, I just, crank it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't measure my salt out, so I'm not that anal about it. But I think if you're that close, and if it's literally you're that close from winning Olympia, I'm going to do everything that I fucking can to be perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way I look at it is fuck genetics. Just throw genetics out the window. Don't leave anything up to chance. Like that. Obviously, I haven't been following that myself, right? But like this prep, I'm like, fuck it, bro. Just really give it your all, and not just like how hard you push it, but fuck the artificial, fuck the diet soda, fuck the Crystal Light. Some people can get away with it, but why even risk it? 2 weeks out, all that shit, get all that shit out. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I feel like you can't leave anything out for chance. You just gotta act like Stu said, like approach it like you have the worst genetics in the world, regardless of how good your genetics are. If you really want to be that guy, So I don't know.
Last one. So this is in response to Arnold announcing the 500K. Former Rodrigo says the Arnolds will become more prestigious than the O because they're giving more prize money. They treat the athletes better. There's a better expo. What do you guys think?
The O wants to survive. They're going to up it.
Yeah.
Prestigious is a strong word. I don't think it'll ever be more prestigious just because the history of the Olympia. And Arnold became Arnold from the Olympia. So, you can't overstep that. And like he said, Jake Wood, there's zero chance he's going to let Arnold outdo him. So he's going to raise it right away. I wouldn't be surprised if it happens tomorrow,
It's better.
I think you do hear all the horror stories, though, about how terrible, like, backstage at the Olympia is and stuff like that. Why don't they just get a better venue and just do it right? Treat the athletes like they're who they are. I mean,
you know what the problem is? You know what the problem is, Justin, with the Olympia? And when you watch the Arnold and you watch the Olympia, it is so apparent.
Yeah.
It's too many classes, bro. Like, I'm not saying don't put the classes, but maybe we need to start splitting the days. I feel like it needs to be maybe a 3-day event versus a 2-day event. There's just too many classes, bro. Like Arnold, every time you watch it, it's such a joy, bro. Like everyone comes on, you can see the bodybuilding. You're not waiting there till like 10, 11:30 at night just to see prejudging, going class after class. Maybe split up into 3 days or maybe 2 days.
Nationals does women one day and guys the next day.
Yeah.
That might have to be the way. Yeah. I think Ken hit on the nail because what Wyatt said is true, but it's true because of what Ken said. Yeah. So Arnold, first of all, Arnold can make it 500,000. You know why? Because he doesn't have 8 different divisions. So technically, if Jake Wood matches that, he has to, you know what I'm saying? He has to come up with a lot more money because he can't just give them 500 grand and then leave the wellness and figure and physique and bodybuilding, So it's like for him to match it, it'll be harder. Same thing. they're able to treat the athletes so much better with the timing and the venue and all that because they have less classes to worry about. So now Arnold is going out his way, so he's doing a great job. Not to say it's easy, but Jake is gonna have a tougher time doing that because there's so many athletes and so many classes. And then I think maybe their ego is a little bigger than Arnold because they feel like we're the shit, we're the Olympia, we're good. And Arnold is the one trying to catch up. So the one trying to catch up is always gonna go harder, right? Same reason why fucking Rolls Royce don't have a commercial. Because they're like, we're fucking Rolls Royce. We don't need a fucking commercial. Arnold got a bunch of commercials and a bunch of this and a bunch because he wants to be the number one guy. And that's just gonna benefit all of us because now you have a battle, And I'm
same
sure
thing with the oxygen show. They're just forcing prize money. It's only better for bodybuilders.
It's only better for us. And to be quite frank, if the Olympia doesn't respond, the Arnold will become more prestigious because it's invitational, so you can't just show up there. And two, there's just other things like, the Olympia, you're watching the live stream. It's just a stream. There's no commentary. There's nothing. You're just seeing a screen with the stage, and maybe they'll do some commentary there, but it's very simplified. You know what I mean? The Arnold is a production. And if they're going to start giving money like that and the Olympia doesn't match that, I mean, trust me, guys will fall head and heels just to get into the Arnold at that point. And the lighting is better anyway. The lighting is already better anyway at the show. It's going to give you the best presentation of what your physique could look like. So the Olympia's got to take it seriously, or you don't know. In 5 years, it's going to be. I mean, there's already Arnold Classics everywhere. That would be a perennial show.
Well, it's like prestige to me. It's like the brand and what it means to you, but will it be a better show? I think it already is a better show. I think it already is, if I'm being honest. Prestige to me is like people are growing up. I want to be Mr. Olympia. I don't think they're gonna change. But no, I want to be the Arnold Classic. I think it's still gonna be. I want to be Mr. Olympia first and foremost for everybody. Right. But is it a better show? I think everybody will tell you that. Well, probably Mr. Olympia won't say it because they don't want to not be Mr. Olympia. But ask any other pro, they'll say they prefer to do the Arnold. I'm pretty sure down the line they'll all admit that. They have.
Did you guys notice the backdrop was not bad at all at the Arnold Classic? There was no any lasers or any of that stuff moving.
No smoke
in the background.
I don't know if you guys have realized. I mean, since I started watching the Arnold, they've always had good stages. Even when it used to be just the black with the gold Arnold pose there, twisted back shot. Dude, they've always had great stages. It's never lighting and posing has never been an issue at the Arnold.
What I can crack it down? You can almost boil it down to Arnold. The Arnold is a bodybuilding show, and the Olympia is like a TV show almost. Like it's like what can be. It's like a show. It's like what can we do to make it the most elaborate? When honestly, you could probably dial it back and focus on your athletes, and you'd be better.
You're right. They're so focused on like
the production part of it.
Yeah, they want to impress. Okay, I think that this is the mind frame, right? Because Jake Wood and Dan Solomon aren't competitors, so their mind frame we want to attract the general audience, the general population. I want Batista to be happy and The Rock to be happy. The truth is that Batista, The Rock, and Shaq don't give a fuck about none of that neither. They're looking at the physique like all of us. Instead of focus, it's a niche sport. It's never not going to be a niche sport, no matter how big it gets. It's just going to be a bigger niche. So this idea that we have to attract LeBron James, we're not going to attract LeBron James, and we don't give a fuck about LeBron James. Focus on the bodybuilders, the athletes, and the people who love the sport.
Yeah.
If you come to the show and you see the best physiques, you either like it or don't. If you think this shit is nasty, you're not gonna fuck with it. Fucking strobe lights and smoke is not gonna be like, wow, I love this sport because the fucking strobe lights is so cute. Like that's a dumb. It just doesn't work that way. Either you like it or you don't. So let's just focus on the physiques and stop worrying about making this shit look sexy for the cameras. And nobody cares about all that. You know what I'm saying?
It's like saying a football team, like just I don't know, just say New York Giants or something like that. They're trying to attract all the baseball fans. No, they're trying to attract their football fans. Yeah.
That's it. Like you give the football fans what they want, and they're gonna love it even more. That's it. And the people that get into the sport, it's going to continue to grow the sport because you have the best athletes ever, and then other people will see that, and the ones who are going to like it anyways are going to like it even more. But it's not going to attract soccer players to start watching bodybuilding. It's just not. That's just not.
That could have been another reason too. This Arnold, I mean, everything from what I'm hearing from the athletes, everything was perfectly on time. Guess what? Everybody was fucking peaked to perfection almost. The best they could be. And now they're not waiting there for 10 hours backstage waiting to go on.
Good point.
Missing their peaks.
Yeah. Maybe Heidi would have been just this sharp at the Olympia if he was on time. You know?
That's what I really think. That's why I don't think like a guy like Hadi or Samson or whatnot. Like I think Hadi, these guys would have been relatively almost the same. Keep in mind, when that show happened at the Olympia, you're already 6 meals deep, man. And you're probably getting your 7th meal before you're about to go on stage. You know, it's not going to be the same look as when you're like 3 meals in, you know, just carbing up and you know, pumping up to go on stage. It's not the same thing.
That's right. Listen, it's easy for Sean and Flex and Dorian to say, well, we got shredded, but it was bodybuilding. There was no physique. There was no match physique. There was no classic. So you didn't have to wait for wellness and your wheelchair and everybody else to go. You just went up. You know, who was that? Did somebody laugh? Why did somebody laugh at that? No, but true. Like,
what the fuck's happening?
you didn't have to sit there and wait through 8 classes before you went up and then go at fucking 12 midnight, motherfucker. It's 12 midnight. This is not. I don't want to pose.
It's not normal. Yeah, it's not normal.
Come on, bro. I'm cranky and shit. I'm holding my ankles getting swollen. You talking about I gotta pose, motherfucker? This is bedtime. What the fuck are we doing? You know, come on, man. Come on.
What are the requirements to be invited to the Arnolds?
Win.
We'll have to win a show the year.
You have to win a show, and then you kind of gotta be like something in the sport too. Like you gotta be recognized.
Hold up now. Marcelo didn't win no shows. But he might be the only one that didn't win no shows.
Him and Rubio were the only ones.
See,
that's but there's something in the sport. They're kind of causing like traction.
So win a show or just be popular as fuck.
Yep.
Just be
popular. Like I mean, Marcelo, his rookie debut, he did beat, like you said, Nathan Diasha. Like that counts for something. So, bro, you know, he originally, if you're looking before this Arnold, if you were looking at Marcelo's track record before this Arnold, it's like, okay, he could have gone to Chicago and won Chicago or won.
No.
You know? Well, check it out like this.
I'm saying
Martin
before we saw him,
right? And
that's my point.
For the invitation, but Martin hadn't really beat anybody that was like Nathan's
notable.
Notable.
Yeah, wait. No. We're not gonna say that. He beat Kuklo.
Yeah,
he beat Hollingshead. He beat Hollingshead. We're not gonna do Martin like that. Listen, Marcelo did one fucking show ever as a pro, and he placed third. Martin placed second.
Marcelo's the second biggest name in Brazil. That's the reason. Let's be real. That's the reason why.
Yeah. At that point, I think it's popularity. Martin isn't that popular. Yeah. If we're gonna be honest, because if we're talking about places, man, this guy Martin beat Olympians, bro.
I mean, that is true. You are right. I didn't think about that.
Now the placings have to count for something. If Marcelo would have got 9th place, I don't think he would have been invited to the Arnold.
Yeah, so even if he was a nobody and he still came 3rd at the Europa, I don't think he would have still been invited.
No. If Zayd goes to Europa and gets 3rd, are they going to invite him to the Arnold?
Yes.
Hell yeah, motherfucker.
No, now what I'm saying is that wasn't supposed to be a slight at Zayd. I'm trying.
Bro, it's all strategy, bro.
Yeah, it's all strategy. Zayd, go do Chicago, and then we talk about it. We'll talk about it. Then we talk about the Arnold.
Birthday invite.
Nah,
that should be a thing.
See, that kind of, if I was Martin, that would rub me the wrong way, which I'm sure it did.
It pissed him off. Yeah. He got pissed.
Yeah.
listen, let's be real now. Martin already beat Hollinshead. I think Martin could beat everybody in that lineup, obviously besides Hardy and Sampson. I think he could beat John. I think he could beat Rafa.
Yeah.
This Rafa was really fucking good.
This
But
Rafa's top 6.
yeah, this Rafa's up there. Okay. So let's say everybody else. Let's say top 4. I think.
Okay.
I think he could have been 4th. Honestly, I think he could have been. I think he would have been 4th.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly why he didn't get picked, but I mean, it's water on the bridge. He's coming people's heads now. It probably just made a better Martin, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
Yeah, he might have to go to Brazil. I don't know. He might have to go to Brazil for a while. Get his followers up. I don't fucking know, bro.
Do you think, well, you're talking about Martin Fitzwater, right?
Yeah.
You think it's because the I guess you could say like the
don't bring up old stuff. So we're not gonna bring up old news,
but I'm saying that. Do you think that's what fucking affects him?
You
I hope not.
Aura.
I hope not.
Because there's some shit you do in the industry, man, that can really fucking fuck you. You know, it's just
Joe is right. I would hope not, because listen, we humans. I think.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not. I like Martin myself, but I don't know if some people, because not everybody's you, right? So some people may hold.
Well,
shit
it's also, I mean, if you look at that, then you got to be like, well, Hottie just fucking won the Arnold after walking on stage.
Yeah, good point. Yeah,
so never know.
Hottie won a Mr. Olympia though. He can do it as hell he wants. To a degree.
I mean,
but now Sam
he didn't know what you said.
Yeah, he could just Samson should have just took off his medal and walked off stage.
You know what's funny about that? When Hottie won, he's like, "Oh, everyone, come take a picture." Like Samson, he was like holding Samson, like Samson, yo, come
only
over
when
here,
he
let's
wins.
take a picture. Yeah, I'm like Hottie, man.
Yo,
Hottie, you're not in a place to be doing this right now, bro.
Yo, you notice Samson and Hottie didn't shake hands once the whole time until Hottie won, and then all of a sudden he's hugging on Sam. Because like I saw him dap up Raphael, dap up. They never dapped the whole time. But then right after he won, he's like, "I love you, Samson." He only loves you when he wins. He don't love you when he loses. Listen, man, part of me loves it because it shows how fierce of a competitor he is. But it's like, damn, bro, come on. So it shows,
Hey, man, look, at the end of the day, it's a bitch for him to get here anyways, and so he's here on a mission. So you got to respect it. I understand.
Yeah. I just thought it was funny. He was the one that was like orchestrating, like, everyone, let's take
of course, yeah, bro.
He's trying to
you gotta imagine how that fucking feels. Like when he came into the show, this was his like "fuck you" statement to everybody. Yeah, that was what he was doing. That's what he came here to do. He didn't have to do the show. He did it to say "fuck you" to everybody.
Hey man, if Hottie gets second at the O, I better see him be like, "Come on, motherfucker, bring Hottie Rambite up here. Come on, let's do this." He better round up the troops, because come on, you gotta be gracious. Like Jay said, it's not about being a good loser, but being gracious. You know, I thought Ramon handled it really well, bro. He handled it Ramon. No, he actually didn't. He didn't shake his hand, but
dude, he was in shock.
He was in shock.
Face, like his brain just shut down. Like I've seen that look before. It's happened to me. It's happened to every single one of us. It's like when they called his name, his eyes just like went off focus. Like it was just like there was nothing going on here. Like it was gone. Like it was just gone, like. Yeah, so I mean, I can't blame the guy.
But you can respect how he stood there, took the fucking picture.
He did.
He took it like a champ. He took it like
smiled.
A
champ. He went down to his knees and did the cross, right? Then he go down to his knees and do the cross. He took a champ. And then, he had a good smile on him. His body language wasn't like, in any way,
He didn't, and then he did like a interview after or whatever like that, and he talked nothing but good about Wesley. So
yeah.
Yeah, I
don't know if I'm doing any interviews, but I'm definitely shaking hands, and then I gotta bounce.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this! Never thought I'd see the day. Twinsies.
Oh shit!
Twinsies. Who's who? Who's who?
Oh,
His boy. That's his main man
That's
now.
crazy.
That's nice
Well,
to see. Oh, look.
Stu's following's going up for sure.
Oh yeah. Wait, did he have to pay $50 for that?
He slid it low key, like, hey, here.
I gotta ask him. I'm like, how did he not have to pay?
He had to
Yeah,
catch him walking around the expo.
Oh yeah, because Stu is not paying that.
He's not gonna go wait in the booth to go meet nobody.
No, he doesn't do that. All right, we got time for questions. Anybody got to go do something?
I got to run. My massage therapist just pulled up. I just heard that shit.
Oh, tell him to wait. No big deal. No, I know.
Just get massage on the podcast, bro.
Yeah, just get them
Might as
started.
well, shit.
All right, Justin, you already know.
All right, brother.
Hey, y'all
Good
take
seeing
it
you
easy.
again.
Take it
have a good day, man.
Yes, sir. All right. All right, we got the OG crew now, boy.
Zane, with that altar right behind you, you couldn't even bring up Jay Cutler's Lifetime Achievement Award. Come on, Zane.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hey, bro, the way he
You
talked to Ronnie,
motherfuckers
that
don't
shit
let
got
me talk.
emotional.
You guys fucking hog the microphone.
We do, yeah.
Let
we
us
do,
talk,
yeah.
man. Let's
You're
fucking
right.
talk, me and Joe.
You're right, yeah. Hey, Zayd, you
Shout
got
out
anything you want to say?
to my
You
What's
got
that?
anything you want to say, Zayd?
Yeah. Shout out to Jay Cutler for getting the best fucking achievement award, lifetime achievement award. And he did have a really nice speech. I was like very impressed with his words afterwards. It wasn't just whatever speech. It was really thought out. He mentioned everyone. I like how respectful he is. He pays his dues in terms of respect, and he never forgets his roots, man. This is
Yeah.
a real good ambassador, dude. I can see why he's so freaking popular, man. You know.
The best ambassador in sport.
And the best moment I liked in the speech is when he recognized Ronnie Coleman to be the greatest, and he told him, "Ronnie, you're the best. I love you. Thank you for pushing me and making me go harder and harder." He did a really good speech.
Yeah.
That's something that's to be said, because you can take that two ways, right? He's the only bodybuilder. He's the one person to beat Ronnie Coleman. You can make a whole freaking career out of that. He was the one guy to beat the greatest bodybuilder on earth, but he never really did. He always, till this day, he still says that he never beat a good Ronnie, right? Like Ronnie was kind of on the way out. So I thought that was like, I agree. I thought that was really cool, the way he kind of saluted Ronnie and still basically stated it there that Ronnie is still the GOAT.
Yeah, he may have been the best in that show, but that's because Ronnie wasn't his best.
Yeah,
So he never beat Ronnie.
I didn't realize how close he was to Steve Weinberger. I'm like, wow, because he was like mentioning him in a really good way that without him he wouldn't have been in the same position as that day, you know.
Now that Justin is gone and like the screen is like zoomed in, I noticed Ken got a haircut, right? That fro. Look at that fro. Okay.
Yeah, I got a haircut.
Let me get a side view.
That looks like a small microphone.
Let's get the side.
I have a work trip. I have a work trip coming up, so I got to look decent, you know.
Yeah. Oh, damn. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Got the burst fade going. I see you. And then Joe got like a high top mohawk thing going on. What you got going on?
No, my hair's just not done.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. And Zayd's face looked kind of big. Your face looked kind of
fat. Getting fat and big.
I never seen Zayd with the cheeks before. You got some cheeks.
I'm putting Alfredo sauce on my food so I can eat it easier.
That's smart. That's smart.
Fucking genius.
Got the
don't want to get fat soon.
GH face going on.
Yeah.
All right. We got time for like 2 questions probably, but let's get into it. From Sid Rai. Can Samson get in shape with Milos as his coach?
This is a great question.
Yes, they just got to do different approach.
Has Milos ever been known to bring somebody like crazy dialed in?
No.
And so I love Milos. You know, I love his approach to putting size on everybody and stuff. But you're talking about getting somebody in Olympia level conditioning, like top of the top. I don't know. I don't know him as being somebody that's done that for anybody.
Well, the only one you could say, but I don't think it's because of Milos, with all due respect, but Beirut is shredded off season. So that man, and Milos said he gets shredded on like 500 carbs. So that's like, he's just
So
shredded.
genetically superior.
I also think the peaking protocol is something to be said. You know, most people want to peak at 90 to 95%. They're not going for 100. Milos is like, we're gonna go for 100, or if it doesn't work, hey, try to go for 100. You know, it's like if you die for like 20 weeks, like I don't want to risk that going all the way. And I just, it's something to be said when it's just not a good look if a coach is out there publicly saying, you know, conditioning shouldn't be the only thing. Like
You don't want to hear
defending
that.
defending the fact that, like, oh, it's not a conditioning contest. It's not a conditioning contest, but it is a requirement.
Yeah.
So
Do you think he's at a level where, like, of size to where this is where he should be passed on to someone like Chad Nichols?
Whoa, not Chad Nichols. Not Chad Nichols. Maybe somebody, but not Chad Nichols.
Matt Jensen would do a good job with him.
Yeah, like people who go above and beyond to drop that extra 10 pounds the right way. Because Aceto will drop the 10 pounds, but maybe not the right way. You know, but Matt drops it the right Matt drops it the right way. Compton drops it the right way. AJ Sims questionably the right way. Andrew Vu. Even Neil, yeah. You get you that fresh look.
A healthy look.
A healthy look.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I feel like a lot of people, including us, we're hard on Milos. But you also got to keep in mind, like I said, Samson was second call-outs in Europe, and now he's the Arnold Classic champion. So we still have to give him his respect. Dennis Wolf sometimes said, yeah, Milos got me too big. But he took Dennis to fourth place at the Olympia. Same with Dennis Wolf. You know, oh, yeah, he kind of pushed it too hard. He made Dennis third in the world at like his second Olympia with that, or third Olympia, first or second, something like that. Either way, I think Milos is a great coach early on to get you from here to the size you need to be. Now, once you're already at the size, maybe he doesn't do the best job bringing you in dialed, but we still have to give him the respect. He's turning people who are not contenders to the best in the world, so he still has to get
100%.
You know, same with Horse. Horse was trying to make classic he became a legit big guy. And then now it's like, okay, now you got to get in shape. So he's still taking them to that next level. But then for that last bit to become Mr. Olympia, that's the part that, Hani, we didn't say Hani. That's the part where guys like Hani excel at. They don't necessarily start with you from day one, but if they get you, they're going to make you that number one, you know, so.
That's what I don't understand by what Justin said about Samson's YouTube videos about the cup of rice and stuff like that. I look at that from my perspective, right? If I was putting out a video like that and Andrew saw that, Andrew would call me up and grill me for the fact that I'm doing like a cup of rice and it's not going according to the measurements. So I don't know what the agreement is, you know, between Samson and Milos, how that kind of stuff can kind of just slide like that. You know, I don't know how that relationship is. Is it a relationship where Milos is like, do this and it's my way, or Samson and him are kind of like doing it together, and maybe he doesn't have as much say in some things. But at that point, I mean, if you want to be the best in the world, you want to be Mr. Rowe, I think you just kind of you got to leave it all in the coach's hands at that point. You're so close.
You have to.
Why risk things, you know?
I don't want to put that responsibility on Milos, but I feel like to some extent, like I know for me, I remember one time I made a cooking video, how I make my chicken, and Compton goes and he's like, hey, do you really put that much oil on the pan? And I was like, no, I was lying. I definitely put that much oil on the pan. But but the fact that I didn't even know Compton uses Instagram, but the fact that he caught that, I feel like coaches, you know, they know their clients, so they're like, this guy isn't tight enough. They're looking for that. So I feel like Milos, I'm sure Milos saw the video, right? I would assume so.
Yeah.
Or he heard about it. So maybe they have a different agreement. Whereas like James, maybe that he helps him, but he kind of floats, you know, because I feel like you have to say something. hey, what are you doing? What's that? You know, I don't know. I think Dennis brought it up to him. I think Dennis did DJ not bring it up on the podcast about the way he wastes his rice, and then he was like, "Yo, back in my days, I would never do that." And then I think Milos laughed it off. So I don't know. I don't know what that means. You can't do that. You can't do that. But Samson is a grown man. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Did we answer the question? No, I think we all say it probably. He is in shape, but can he be in good enough shape to win the O?
It's
think
literally like percentage difference that he needs.
So. Yeah. Because sometimes I feel like people are dramatic, like, oh, he's fat and he's smooth, and it's like, nah, he ain't fat.
Mm-hmm.
He's in shape. He's not nearly at the level that Toddy is, but the man is he's in shape still. You know, I don't know.
I wonder if because the UK is in what, a week. I wonder if you're just like, you know what, fuck it, just an hour of stairs from now till the UK. Calories are low as fuck. Like, what do we see? Let's just test it out, you know? Like, I just wonder, you're so close, and he's done so many shows at this point with Milos, so they've had time to practice peaking. So I maybe to just try a different approach, maybe just a more aggressive, maybe a more aggressive like cut, going into it, because he has like what, two more shows he's doing UK, and is he doing Brazil? I don't know, but he's got 2 weeks. Just fuck it, Stairmaster from now till 4 days out, and see what happens.
Hey, I think you got to try it at some point. Like, I don't think it's always that simple, but sometimes it is. Sometimes it is that simple. Sometimes you literally just need to go hard on cardio. So I don't know. There's a lot of questions about Milos and Samson. A lot of questions about that. Is Milos overcarbing Samson or making him look watery, or is he not peeled? Can Samson ever get in shape? Is it Milos' fault? There's a lot of these.
And listen, this is a good idea to bring up that sharpness. When he sharpened his videos and his images, that hurts him a lot. It looks cool on Instagram, but it's not translating well on the stage. So you actually, all of them. Same.
Yeah,
it's hurting him. Yeah.
You got to be careful with that. Like, if it's marketing, if it's like a supplement sponsor and it's like a side chest in the gym 12 weeks out for like yourself, that's different. But if it's like progress updates a couple weeks out, I think you got to leave the filter completely off of that. Or just don't even post it. If you feel like, oh, maybe I don't look that good under this lighting, you don't have to post it. Just leave it alone, Because, we're human beings. You might feel a little insecure to post something. I would say just don't post it at all. If that's the case.
I don't give a fuck. I'll show you whoever I look.
Because the truth is, it doesn't fucking matter. So you step on stage. John De La Rosa, we're like, I don't know, man. And then look at him on stage. So
I remember some guy in my comments. I think I posted a posing video. I was like 3 days out or something. This guy's someone was like, man, this guy's like 4 weeks out if he doesn't dial it in or whatever. I'm like, you fucking idiot.
Those people, they don't really know what they're talking about.
They don't know shit.
Should Akeem place higher? I think he was good.
They got it fair. He came fourth in the finals, and he came seventh in prejudging, so it evened out to sixth. So it was a fair judgment.
I think we kind of would this Hadi have won the Olympia last year?
We all said yes already.
I think so. I have to agree with this. And Samson 10 pounds lighter beats Hadi. We don't know what that looks like. We don't know.
I don't think it would, regardless.
If we're gonna assume he's gonna look exactly the same but peel to the bone, then he beats everybody because that's the perfect physique. But it's not that simple. If he loses 10 pounds, he will not look like the same man. And the man he becomes might not be. We said it about Andrew. When Andrew came at the Arnold shredded, he didn't have the Andrew pop, because if he did, he probably would have beat Andrew, but it's not that simple, right? So that's like saying you can't make shit up. You can't say, well, what if Derek had striations like Hadi in his front of the body? Yeah, he beats everybody, but it's just not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So was Samson gonna be peeled and look huge as fuck? I don't know. I don't know if he will.
Especially since he has so much new muscle from the back. I feel like that would be the first to go if he
Yeah.
pushes too far.
Maybe before this show happened, maybe I would have said yes. Samson 10 pounds lighter would win. But after seeing this version of Hadi, that he's almost as peeled as Vancouver, but way bigger, I don't think. I don't know if Samson. I don't know if even Samson peeled beats him. Well, you know, I don't think Samson will be peeled. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's gonna look like that. So
This
anybody?
This Hadi wins the Olympia. I mean, that means he beats
That says it
every
all.
bodybuilder on the
Yeah.
planet. That says it all.
This Hadi beats everybody. This Hadi beats everybody. You know. Does anybody think Samson would win 10 pounds lighter?
I don't think so.
How about Zayd, Mr. Chupa?
Not anymore.
Yeah, you got.
Hey, we finally got you on
See,
the
I'm
Hadi
fair.
train,
I'm fair,
eh?
bro. I'm fair.
Got you on
I'm
the Hadi
fair.
train.
Yeah. Listen, man, it's okay to be proven wrong, right? Because we got to see it. Listen, everything we say, it's not a fact. We don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knows. You have to see it. We could all say, like I said, okay, what if Derek is hard from the front? But we got to see what that looks like. We can't assume that it's going to look how we imagine it to look. So until it's up there, nobody knows. We're just going by what we've seen so far, you know?
Do you guys think Derek will lose this year, either to Hadi or Nick?
I truly think Nick has a chance of doing it, man. I think
I think so.
he's the best of both worlds. I think he's
The
like
front to
overly
back.
muscular. Yeah, he's got lines everywhere. And I really think he has a chance.
Do you think they'll dock him for shape? Because that's the only thing he's missing out of those three.
I truly think the way he's developed everything,
his shape doesn't look bad. I don't see that bad shape.
There's
Just-
certain.
It's not bad. His shape is not bad at all. I'm just saying.
I think it's good
Hadi and
enough.
Hardy and Derek have that X frame. You know, they have that look.
But Nick has really like focused on certain poses and how to present them, and it gives him a certain shape that's good enough to beat the other two. I truly believe it. I really think so. I think it would have been between Derek and Nick last year. Obviously, that he didn't get to go on stage, but based on what I saw, that last update that he showed, I truly believe he could have done it.
The way his waist looked a week out, bro, I don't think anybody would have said he was like had bad shape or his shape looked good. Not even that it didn't look bad. It actually looked good. His waist looked tight. I don't know.
My only thing is sorry. Go ahead, buddy.
No,
sorry.
No, I was just saying like front to back because now this Hadi is a different monster, but that Hadi was lacking from behind in condition, and then Derek from the front was lacking in condition, and Nick is tight front to back to side. You know what I'm saying?
My only thing is, I think Nick would have definitely been a top contender, but with the Olympia, because we got to see everyone on stage, everyone was off. There's a reason why everyone was off. You can't tell me that Henny Rambod's guys came off and he wasn't seeing them 2 weeks before. Something happened in that show, and I think the timing was a big part of it. And I think it's unfair for us to assume that Nick wouldn't also be affected by those same metrics that happen to every single person. Every single person in that show was off, dude. It's not it's not a metric that you can just say that, you know, and to me that's why I just can't see it. But to answer the question, this Hadi versus Derek, I think he beats Derek in Indio, personally.
I think so.
I think we all agree
Hanny
on that,
Rambod
right?
said it. Even Hanny Rambod said it. He said this. He didn't say it officially, but during the interview, he did kind of say it that this version of Hadi wins DO.
Yeah, I think we all agree on that. Would this version of Rafa have beaten Brandon Curry and Andrew Jack? So 4th place, right? Yeah.
Which version are you talking about? Like
the Arnold
for
version.
Brandon?
Would this Arnold Rafa beat Brandon? Would this Rafa have been 4th last year at the Olympia? Meaning he would have to beat Brandon and Andrew. Well, Just Brandon then, because Brandon beat Andrew.
Nah, he wouldn't have.
I think,
I think so.
like I said,
I don't think so.
Rafa was under the Arnolds. He came just the way he was with that healthy look from Arnold, and they were all off because of what happened at the Olympia. There's a chance.
Well, okay, because would Rafa? That's not fair because would
That's what I
Rafa
mean.
look this good if he was at the Olympia?
He wouldn't.
No.
No.
Now, if you take the exact same physique, Brandon was literally in the hospital. Andrew, honestly, was way off. Was way off. But it was also a lot of other factors. If you take this exact Rafa with the Arnold lighting and the Arnold setup and put him against him, I think he beats both of them. But that's impossible because he wouldn't be the same Rafa if he was at the Olympia.
That's exactly what I mean. I think if he was under the same situation that everyone else was, I don't think he would have beat them.
Good point. I didn't think of it that way. If he was under that lighting and those circumstances, he would not look how like what we just seen. So
that's why I asked what version of him are you talking about? Because that matters.
You know what? Yeah, I was gonna say maybe he beats Brandon, but then Brandon beat Andrew, so I can't really say.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's why I honestly don't like using the Olympia of last year to compare to anyone that wasn't in that show. Because, man, that has to be, I'm not knocking the Olympia, but that has to be one of the worst showings across the board. And it's not I don't think it's because of the athletes.
It's impossible, yeah.
No way. No.
That's not possible. There's no way to everybody. And then people are so hard on the athletes. It's like, y'all got to think it through. Like, instead of attacking them, oh, this is embarrassing. Relax a little bit and just think it through. There has to be a reason for this. You know, these are the best in the world still. So it's not because the 90s are God's gift to earth. It's just a different situation, you know?
Yeah.
But do you guys think Brandon should have beat Andrew last year?
No.
Last year? Well, Andrew was like worn out. Like he didn't.
Hold up. Yeah, last year
at Olympia,
he was pissed off.
It was close, but I think he got him by a little bit. It wasn't that far off.
I think he had him a little bit in conditioning, but I don't know if it was enough because Andrew had way better legs. He's like way bigger than Brandon.
But you got to think about
he beat him from the side and from the back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you're talking about Andrew, like just think of Brandon's back and just his upper body in general, like how he just fills in more gaps and shit. And then Andrew being off, like he just looks stringier and shit, like especially up top.
Yeah, Andrew was rough, dude. Like
he was off. Anybody else in that condition gets last place. Like imagine if I don't know if most people came that far off, they're not placing. Look at Horse MD. He didn't. He got last place, and Horse MD is a good bodybuilder, but the condition has to mean something, you know.
Yeah.
Andrew has a shit ton of potential. Only Andrew can be that off and get top 5 in the world.
That's why I'm happy he took this. I'm happy he took this year off because he took the time off. He was supposed to do the Arnold, but I mean the guy's been competing for so long. I think now he's going to come back a lot fresher. And, I think we're gonna see a just a different version. You know, there's something when you take time off, not like a full year, but just from competing, let the body rest mentally, miss it a little bit, and then go back in. I think Andrew's gonna be, and he may do a Dubai Pro. It's 100K. I don't even know if he may do Texas. Thinking about it, Dubai's right there. He doesn't have to travel, so who knows? I think we may see a really good Andrew Jack this year.
Yeah,
once he's fully rested.
I can see that. There's a lot of matchups being thrown out because of the Arnold. Rafa or Hunter Labrada. I'm assuming it would be, but see, like once again, we would have to compare. Well, let's say Texas.
Use the Texas or the what was the one he did before Tampa?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. Really good at Tampa.
Tampa versus Arnold. You gotta use their best. We can't just say Hunter from last year and then this because the Rafa's gonna beat everybody, and that's not fair.
every Arnold guy beats every top 6, 7 in Arnold beats everyone from the O. Okay,
Facts, yeah, facts. Yeah, we can't do that to them. All right, Rafa is more pleasing to look at, but yo, Hunter is dense as
Thicker.
fuck. He's
Yeah.
thick as fuck. Yeah, I think it's hard to even understand because he's so thick. He looks like he's 5'7", but Hunter is tall. I mean, for a bodybuilder, right? But he looks like he's so thick that he looks like he's like 5'6". You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know.
In the same category as John De La Rosa, but a lot bigger, right? Doesn't really have anything
Yeah.
missing. So
Taller and wide.
yeah, I think it'd be a
I
hard
don't
time for Rafa if I'm being completely
honest.
upfront. You know, it's gonna be.
I just like
don't
how
know.
it's,
I actually don't know. I don't know.
that's a hard one. I just like how Rafa looks. Like I like the roundness in the chest and shoulders and arms, which Hunter has it as well. But something about the structure, the shape, the abs on Hunter, he has pretty good shape, but it don't flow the way Rafa does. But I mean, that's just one aspect. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's hard to pick, bro. That's hard to pick.
that's a hard one.
If you had to put money up, who you putting your money on? Probably Hunter.
I would put on Rafa because
Hunter.
I would do Rafa
I'll
just
put it
because
on Hunter.
I would say Rafa just because of he was with Aceto before and now with Neo. Rafa's always been conditioned. Like Hunter just started about consistency, right?
Get
That's what
this
we talked
level.
about. Who's more consistent? I think Rafa has always shown consistent conditioning, and Hunter is getting into that stage now. He's shown his best was Tampa. Olympia doesn't count, but I think a couple of years of showing that with Tampa for Hunter. I don't think Rafa and him will be close.
You say consistency on condition. I will give it to Rafa, but I guess consistency on placing, Hunter had always placed higher. So if I was to put money, I'm putting money based off just where the judges have him placing, because he's been 4th, Rafa's been 10th. So technically,
small Rafa though.
That was, but that was a out of shape Hunter. So a small Rafa, out of shape Hunter. Now you have a shredded Hunter, bigger Rafa. It's hard to say. If I had to put money because of, if I was a judge, I would probably pick new Rafa.
Yeah.
But if I'm going by what the judges have been doing, maybe I would have to go Hunter just because shit, he's always in the top mix, you know. But that doesn't mean shit. That doesn't really mean shit.
New Rafa definitely fits more of the criteria now, you know, and he's got that healthy look, that shrink wrap, you know, on his physique. So I think Neil Rafa would be heavily rewarded now that he has the size to match the aesthetics that he actually brings. So yeah, that's a tough one though. That's a really good matchup.
Nobody's safe. I think it's safe to say that nobody's safe. It's not like back in the days, you know, the top 5 is going to be the top 5. Anything can happen. Like they'll give it to Rafa if Rafa is better. You know.
I mean, he's going to win the Brazil. Does anyone argue that?
No.
With veto.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I don't see it. I'm sorry, I don't see it.
I'm just shut up. I'm just joking.
I think Vito top. I don't think Good Vito beats Carlos. I'm sorry. I think Carlos beats Good Vito.
I think that's the matchup I want to see. That's the matchup I want to see because
that's a good matchup.
That's the matchup I want to see.
Quad gods with small waists. Yeah. Both of them small waists, crazy quads.
Carlos's condition is looking already improved.
Yeah. Well, Carlos has bigger quads, and I think Vito might have a smaller waist. If it's not Photoshop, I think Vito might have a smaller waist. But Carlos has, bigger quads, so I think the proportion is almost the same. I would say Carlos is bigger overall.
And posing.
Yeah, way better. Conditioning, I think it's about even. I think it's about even. They're in good enough condition, but they're not like in like Olympian condition. You know, if I had to put money, who would probably be in better condition? I have to go with Carlos. I feel like he's gonna do what it takes. And Vito is new. I don't know if he knows his body. I don't know. So That's a good
How
matchup
far?
too.
How? Yeah, because oh wow, Brazil is how far? How long is Brazil from right now?
From like the States or time
Yeah,
wise.
time wise. Yeah, is it 5 weeks? Is it 5 weeks?
Oh, you
No,
talking
he
about the
meant
show?
how many weeks out?
Show.
Is that what you meant?
Oh,
How many weeks
oh.
out? Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like you talking
Yeah.
kilometers, miles.
He is an engineer, you know.
How
I,
many of
I
these?
think I feel like it's 2 weeks from the is Brazil right after isn't it 2 weeks after the is it the UK or but
UK is in 2 weeks because no way Carlos is 2 weeks out.
no.
I think
Okay,
like
so
maybe
UK
5 weeks, maybe five, maybe.
wait,
Yeah.
it's Arnold, Ohio, then it's Arnold
UK.
UK, then Detroit, or is it Brazil then Detroit?
I think Brazil, then Detroit. I think.
I think so. So
It's
maybe
it's
4 weeks.
April 5th. April 5th.
That means 4 weeks. 4 weeks, yeah.
Oh shit. That's in 4 or 5 weeks. So we should be seeing a update from Vito pretty soon then. Is what if that's what it means.
With a
Next
bunch of
to the sea.
filters, a bunch of filters and graininess and suspicious vortexes and shit.
Yeah,
Sharpening.
it says April 5th to the 7th. So yeah, about
Okay.
4 weeks. Damn. So Carlos is about 4 weeks out. That's wow, he's right there. Oh, snap.
Let's get
Good
him on.
time.
Check him out. Check out his
Yeah.
face. Like Carlos, hey, how's prep going, Carlos?
Andy's gonna be like, take your shirt off.
Yeah. Let's see your arm or something. Oh man, Carlos is so chill. He just be chilling.
Chill,
He's
dude.
chill.
Chill, dude.
Okay. Since we're doing the matchups, let's keep the go. I like these matchup questions actually. Okay. Oh yeah, I think me and Ken was going back and forth about this. Should Breon have beat Urs?
Yes. Million times.
Oh
yes.
yes, 100%. Brian was diced, man.
Now,
I
like,
don't know why Urs places over him, honestly.
even though me and Ken were going back and forth, I can see the argument for either or.
What
Just
did you say, Ken?
me being a bodybuilder, of course I'm gonna have Breon every time because it's like I'm looking at these back shots and I'm like, Breon is destroying. Breon beats Bumstead on back shots. You know, now like Urs is more pleasing for sure to look at. He's just more pleasing. You know, at the Olympia, somebody told me that Breon should have beat Urs. I said no way because Breon's legs. But then when I looked at it, it's the sweeps, but the overall leg actually is still good. It's only the sweeps. So then this time around, I'm watching. I'm like, I thought he was even better than Olympia, and Urs was kind of the same. So I personally had Breon, me personally. You know,
I think, and we went over this, Spidey, right? I think
we did.
Classic, and this is what we're seeing even with like Ramon and Wesley.
Mm-hmm.
I think structure holds a big component to Classic. So Urs has a bigger structure, a more classical structure. He's just a bigger man. If you saw all of them standing in the lineup for the group comparisons, Breon was significantly smaller than the other three. And then structure-wise, yeah. If you pull it up again, like on that video, structure-wise, just he was significantly smaller than the other three. And then the sweeps on his legs, especially the right leg, it's really down. It's really down, and he's aware of it. If you notice when he poses, he puts that leg behind. He kind of does like an off tilt with his front double and puts the other leg forward. It's really apparent. Like when you actually see it when you're standing there, you can really tell it throws the balance off between his waist and his quads, because the quad starts like this and then flares out. So now his waist doesn't look as tiny as it's supposed to be, you know. But when he does the vacuum, the waist looks a lot better. And I think that's what it is. Because when was the last time Breon beat Urs? It's been what?
He has it since Urs.
Yeah, pause there. Like just pause there, just standing. Just look at it there, you know, even before it's flexed, like that right leg. The sweep is really down.
So what I will say is that if I were the judge, I would pick Breon. But Ken's logic as to the same reason why Wesley beats Ramon would be the same reason why Urs beats. You know what I'm saying? Why Urs would beat Breon, because you turn around to the back. Ramon is beating Wesley from the back, hams, glutes, all of that. You know, some of the tie-ins, but structurally, Wesley's by far the winner, and then structurally, Urs is gonna beat Breon every single time. So if we're going by the criteria they showed us, then technically that would be the right choice. It's just that me personally, as a judge, I'm picking Ramon over Wesley, and I'm picking Breon over Urs.
Because realistically, right, Urs is under muscled. Like he has the least amount of muscle out of these four guys, but he's still heavily rewarded because his structure is just so good and it's so big. Like for him to actually fill that structure out, he's probably gonna not be able to make weight the same way like Ramon and Wesley and Breon are doing. Yeah. So he's being rewarded solely based on his conditioning and structure.
Actually, yeah. Now Urs and Breon, they're not facing completely straight, but they both have crazy front doubles. Breon's front double surprised me. The way he's hitting the vacuum, it made his front double so much better. So let's go, Zayd. If you were judge, who do you have 1 through 4?
1 Wesley, 2 Ramon, 3 Breon, and what's his name? Urs number 4.
How about Joe?
Breon is just polished a little better, and he's not. He's more balanced and more muscular, top to bottom. You know, I feel like he has a more classic look than Urs.
I don't know if I agree with the classic look, but I agree with the less. Like he's not missing anything because he has the arms and back. But I think Urs does look classic though. You know, I saw this Breon. I don't know. You know, I guess I don't.
It's hair differences. You know.
I mean, we're all bodybuilders, so we look at it from a bodybuilding lens. But in this pose, right, I'd say Breon's coming second, right after Wesley. I think he's killing. Yeah. Just from this side, he's killing Ramon and Urs. You know, but that's just from a bodybuilding. I'm looking at just like the you know, the peaks on the biceps, the vacuum, everything just flows. There's definition. Meanwhile, you look at Urs on the left, he looks completely under muscled. It kind of looks like he's fully sucked in. He's just depleted, right? And Breon looks full and hard here. And that's bodybuilding criteria, but I don't think that's really how they're going with this class.
But I don't understand myself. Like, how come Ramon places so high, and Urs isn't higher than Ramon if his structure matters that much? She has a better structure though.
Yeah, but I mean, good though. Ramon had a great structure though, still.
But you know, as far as that classic look, it doesn't look anything like fucking Wesley.
I mean, Wesley was never even being. Like, this is the first time Wesley's actually being rewarded. Wesley has never been rewarded for his structure because his waist. He pulls a vacuum, but his waist is actually pretty wide compared to a lot of the other guys.
Yeah,
Wesley I think really rewarded till now.
I mean, if we're gonna compare Ramon and Urs, yes, Urs has a better structure, but Ramon is beating him in too many things because Ramon is more conditioned. It's funny because Wesley. I mean, Urs might have the least amount of body fat, but he just doesn't look as conditioned as them. I don't understand why.
That's what I'm saying. So why? So
that's muscle because there's no muscle on his frame. He's under muscle.
Yeah. To answer Joe's question, Ramon has more muscle than him overall. He has less weaknesses. He has better back, better arms, legs is just as good.
Why does Breon beat Urs? Why doesn't Breon beat Urs? That's what I'm trying to say.
He's bigger structure. I mean, the structure is bigger. The sweeps are down on Breon. That's just the way I think it's. I look at it from a structure. Like Ramon's structure is pretty good. I personally don't think Urs has a better structure than Ramon, personally speaking. But
what Joe is saying though is Joe is saying like what, because he's saying by those same metrics, Breon then Urs should beat Ramon. I don't agree because Ramon isn't missing his sweeps. Ramon is still bigger, even if his structure maybe isn't as good as Urs. It's by a hair, and he's still a lot bigger. I don't know what a lot. He's still bigger than Urs. Whereas you can't say Breon is bigger than Urs, and Breon is missing some sweep. So I would say those are the two because Breon's conditioning is better than hers as well. So I think it's just those two things, just size and sweep. You know, I personally still have Breon beating hers, but if we're going by their judging, that's what I would think it would be. You know, but it's kind of strange. I kind of get where Joe's coming from. Who do you have though, Joe? Like not by the judging, just by yourself being the judge, 1 through 4.
I'm the same as Zayd, where I have Wesley, Ramon, Breon, and Morris fourth.
So, okay, you same as Zayd. I would go Ramon, Wesley.
In this shot, Joe, and actually this front double. That's what Bitey's saying.
Oh no! I was talking about in total.
Oh, in total.
In this shot, if it's gonna be different in this shot, in this shot that would be a little different. But in total, I would have Ramon, Wesley, Breon, Urs. Yeah, Ramon, Wesley, Breon, Urs. How about Ken?
I had the way the judges had it just because I watched the whole thing from start to finish, and man, the sweep is apparent, dude. It's clear, like from the way this video is here, the way we are here, but when they were standing, relaxed and everything, and a couple of other poses, dude, his sweeps are really down, especially the right. The right is actually more prominent than the left with the sweeps.
So not going by the criteria, just going by you as a judge, you would still have it the same
for classic, or for just if I'm going bodybuilding metrics, I think Ramon wins, and I would still put Breon a second if I'm going bodybuilding metrics. Breon has the most muscle, like I would put Breon a second, personally speaking, over Wesley because from the back he kills him in glutes and hams.
Killed everybody,
criteria, but the structure, Breon has the smallest structure out of the 4 guys.
This is tough to it's tough to judge.
I don't like judging it because I don't like. It's really hard to like. Even when you're explaining it to me, I'm just like in my head, it's not quantifying what the hell I'm fucking looking at. I'm like, this doesn't make any fucking sense. Like you can ask me this, you can talk to me about bodybuilders, and it's pretty cut and dry. This makes zero fucking sense to me.
Yeah. Well, this is exactly how people felt that first time that C-Bum beat Breon. I didn't agree with it. But then when I started realizing the structure thing, well, now C-Bum beats Breon now. But at the time, the back, bro, I was like, bro.
Well, you see, but that's what I'm saying. Like C-Bum, like to me, C-Bum makes perfect sense for the class. Why he wins. Like he has that look, that literally the structure. He has the conditioning. He's heavily muscled on that structure. If anything, he could even add a little more. He just doesn't. And but that all makes sense. It's like, okay, that's number one. And then you look at Ramon's structure compared to C-Bum's. Like Urs is closer to C-Bum as far as structure goes.
He is, yeah.
It's not muscled like C-Bum. He doesn't have that same level of detail and stuff. So I'm like, okay, well, if Ramon, everybody's like, oh, Ramon would be a great bodybuilder, right? When I look at Ramon, I see a bodybuilder. I don't see a classic look. I see Wesley, and I'm like, okay, to me, that looks more like Chris. It's just not, again, up there with the level of detail that Ramon has. But Ramon doesn't have the structure to me. Like, I never saw it.
Not
like picture is not that. That's not it. Yeah. I just don't get it.
When you say structure, I think when you say structure, you're trying to make it so that everyone fits what Chris looks like. But that's not what structure. That's not entirely what structure is, right? There's some people that look closer to Chris. Ramon's structure is not the same as Chris, but his structure is still relatively classic, right? Classic is it's more about the aesthetic of the physique. This is the way I interpret it, right? So like you guys, boy, he did pretty well. He came 6th.
Andy. Oh wait, no.
Damien Patrick.
Yeah, he looks almost like they were even saying it on the stream. He's got the shoulders like a bodybuilder, but he's still pleasing to look at. The structure is still classical in nature. So
he's bubbly.
Is like a freak. You know what I mean? A bodybuilder kind of looks like a freak. Classic, I kind of think of it like this guy looks pretty in some kind of way with a lot of muscle. So in that same vein, right? Like Ramon, he has the muscle, and yeah, he doesn't have the small limbs like Chris does, but the muscle still looks pretty. That's the way I interpret it. And then he's actually still complete. So Chris, the reason why Chris is number one, Chris is actually complete for a structure that big. He's not really missing anything, right? You can say his arms are small, but he's not really missing anything on that frame compared to, Wesley, for example. Wesley looks pretty, but there are still deficiencies, like his hamstrings, his glutes they're still a little bit underdeveloped compared to the rest of his physique. He's a master poser, but he has some deficiencies on his physique,
Yeah.
I think I agree with Ken. Like there's different styles of classic structure where you have C-Bum, Urs, and Wesley have a similar classic structure, right? They have that look, whereas Ramon is more like Damien. I think Damien looks classic, but they have like a round, bubbly look, but it's still classic. You know what I'm saying? So like they can be great bodybuilders as well, but they're also great in classic. I don't know how Damien makes weight. If you see Damien in person, he looks so fucking bubbly. It's insane. But that's just muscle bellies, So I think who else? Not Terrence. I don't know about Terrence. Maybe Breon. Breon is closer, but he's a little more narrow than Ramon and Damien, because Damien is wide as fuck, and Ramon isn't narrow, but Breon maybe a little bit more toward the narrow side. But it's just a different look. It's just a different look. But I think they're all classic. I think they're all classic. Just a different rendition of classic.
The only guy I would say that throws a wrench into the whole logic is
Michael
DeVoe.
Yeah. He completely different.
He looked massive, dude. Like he was dwarfing everyone. I don't even know how this man wakes weight. And he's the most conditioned guy. But outside of Michael DeVoe, everyone kind of still fits that same kind of logic.
Bro, Michael wasn't that big a couple years ago, bro. He got big as fuck. Did you see that picture of him next to Raphael?
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? And then, like I said, if you see Damien in person, Damien is so big and full. And Michael DeVoe was just as fucking big and full, right? We're bigger legs. That's huge, bro. And he's shredded. Because if Damien came and Michael DeVoe shredded, he wouldn't be as full. So Michael got a shit ton of muscle on there, bro. He looks insane. I want to see Michael in bodybuilding. I want to see him maxed out. Fucking maxed out, bro. That'd be crazy.
Guys, I got a dip.
Oh, okay. All right, Dave. You already know,
I'll
man.
see you guys on Wednesday, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Later, brother.
Peace out, guys. Bye.
Let's do one more, because I gotta eat too.
Yeah, I'm hungry as fuck.
Yeah, I'm getting hungry too. Okay. I like the comparison, so I'm gonna roll with it. Will Nick ever beat Samson again, or vice versa?
I kind of answered that earlier. I think he will this next Olympia.
I think so too.
Yeah, me too. I think that's where like I said, that's where the battle is. I think 1 and 2 is kind of established, and I think Nick and Samson, that's where everyone is kind of trying to see like who's coming out on top. I think Nick can do it. I really think that Nick has every tool available to actually beat Samson. Because I also think maybe I don't think they are, but there's only so many times you can come in with a certain look before the judges start docking you for it. And I really, there's nothing like this that is shown in the judging, but I think that at some point Samson may start getting docked if he keeps bringing the same level of conditioning. So
110%. Because first of all, they keep telling him that. They keep telling him, come and dry or you win. Now, what happened here is that the first time he did it, so he put on all this size, and it's like this wow factor, and that kept happening. Shows up at Olympia, wow factor, he gets 6. They're like, come in a little bit tighter, you win. He comes in a little bit tighter, and he wins to Arnold. Now they're like coming even a little bit more tighter. And now that he didn't do it, he doesn't win. So I think he's been making so much crazy progress, right? But now he's at the point that any bigger won't place him any higher. So so even if I think he could get bigger if he wanted to, but it won't move him up any higher. He's already there. So now anything other than completely shredded, he doesn't move up. So in turn, he's gonna start moving down. Right, like Ken said, they keep seeing him whether he's the same or bigger. At this point, it's like we don't care, come in harder. So until he does that, I think he's gonna stay the same and then start moving backwards.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
I agree too.
You know, whereas Nick, literally a little bit fuller in the legs, and he's gonna beat him every time. So, you know, I don't think Samson is maxed out as far as size. But as far as judging, he is, because it's not going to benefit him getting any bigger. That's it. You know, like Ronnie, at some point,
too, his back is the only thing that really needs anything. So
yeah,
he's getting bigger everywhere else. He's just going to make his back look just as small, or just as lacking. Not small, lacking.
We talked about this on the other podcast, right? Somebody asked that, can you actually max out? And then I said that, like, whether you can or not is irrelevant. It's not whether you physically can. It's when did this start to move you backwards in placing?
Yeah.
So can Samson get bigger? Yeah. But it's not going to help him. Same with Ronnie. Ronnie 03. Judges are like, nah, bring that back down. You win, but bring it back down. So if 04, Ronnie came in smaller. 05, he came in smaller. Could Ronnie have been bigger? Maybe. But it wouldn't have made him a better bodybuilder. You know, same thing. Jay 270. Well, Jake, bring it back a little bit. So it's like, it's not whether you can or not. We talk about Stu. Can Stu be 270 one day? Probably on stage. But will Stu be better at 270 than 260? I don't think so. Bonak 10 pounds bigger didn't better. So, you know, Hardy came in lighter and he looked better.
Yeah. Hardy's a good example of that. Yep.
Yeah. I think we started getting nervous that he was going to blow his waist, you know, but it's like, you don't have to get bigger. Sometimes you just can get better. You know, and I think we'll leave it there. Was that good? Good way to wrap it up.
That's good. That's a good place to wrap up.
All right, gentlemen. Thanks for coming out for the Arnold review. I'm sorry, but we're probably gonna do another review with a different cast on Wednesday.
I want more bullshittery. I don't like talking bodybuilding too much.
yeah. More
this whole podcast is bodybuilding.
Yeah, right. What? It was a lot of, we didn't get to bullshit a little bit.
I was like, man, this is too educational for me.
I love it. Sunday's serious, man. Sunday's serious, bro.
You get
bodybuilding, man. I want to.
You know, I have like this much attention span for like the serious shit, and the bullshit I can just.
You can take a lot of. you know what? It's kind of split though, because I've seen some comments. People be like, "Yo, finally a bodybuilding podcast that actually talks bodybuilding." But then in the other terms, I'm like, yo, bro, I was laughing the whole episode. This is great. Keep it up. So I'm like, people want both, a little bit of both. They don't want us to only talk about, you know, they don't want us to like only talk about training and cycles and stuff. But they also don't want us to only talk about like, would you rather all episode long. Yeah. So it's like,
this was definitely a good one. It was a good one as far as like opinions and then the sport itself.
Yeah.
I think it was definitely something. I learned with the classic talk because I've been trying to figure that shit out. No one really ever broke it down to me like Ken did. Yeah. So
I know my place. I'm not the funny guy here, but I can talk bodybuilding, man. You know?
No, this is a good balance. This really enlightened me.
you gotta have some. Imagine we had a podcast with me, Stu, and Shire. We're gonna be fucking. It's gonna be bullshit for fucking 3 hours. We're not gonna. We can't take one sentence seriously. So you have to balance it out a little bit.
This is the first podcast I learned some shit. I'm not gonna lie.
You know what's funny?
It's bullshit.
For like the first 10 episodes, I used to get high before it, but then I feel like we started getting more eyes and more views, and I'm like, yo, I can't focus because then I'm just I'm just on bullshit mode. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So I'm like, okay, I gotta kind of try to be a host. I don't even consider myself a host, but I gotta try at least. So then I was like, if I smoke, I'm gonna just bullshit. So, or I might just sit there like this. So I'm like, nah, I can't do that. So then
Bro,
we gotta get. Huh?
the one time I don't have a monster during this shit, I'm like, I needed a fucking monster. Like, fuck.
Yeah,
I
I
was like,
came
come on, dude.
prepared.
Yeah, I saw you
Damn.
all this.
I do.
But what's gonna happen when we're all on prep, bro?
Oh
I don't
man,
know.
it
Can
depends. There was times where you came and talked to me, and I was like 4 or 5 weeks out or whatever, and I felt like shit. But like there's like certain people you can talk
You're
to and
right.
still conversate. Like
You're
it's
right.
almost like getting an adrenaline rush when you talk about certain things with a certain person. You
You're
you
right.
you get that little bit of life in you. So I think I'll be all right because I
You're
was
right.
like that with Beatty already. So I know Beatty's gonna be on here. I'm sure you and Beatty are very different. So I can talk to you guys. It's not gonna be that hard.
The one
I
thing
think
I
you're
will
right.
say, the one thing I will say with prep that may change with the pod, I think will be good conversation wise, but there may be less jokes as you guys get deeper in
Yeah, I
prep.
think
Yeah,
so.
100%. Yeah,
You're
we
not
weren't
gonna be able
laughing
to.
much. We weren't
Yeah,
laughing
yeah,
much.
yeah. You're not gonna be able. You're not gonna be
Mhm.
able to feel those jokes, man. You're not gonna be able to
You're
feel it.
right.
It's gonna be a lot
Okay,
more serious.
think about when I came and saw you 4 weeks out. We had good conversation, but it was like all serious. We're like talking
That's what I'm
serious
saying.
shit.
That's why Ken's right. Like 100%. There was no like laughing and shit, like joking
No, you're
bullshit.
right.
Like no, it was
But
about the
now
show and what's going down, what we're doing.
we talk
Yeah.
X's and O's. But now when I go to Fit Nation, bro, we can't say one serious word. Like I see them and I start laughing before we even say anything. Like I'll say they'll be like, "Hi, Beatty," and we'll start fucking laughing from before we.
Beatty walks in. Beatty walks into Fit Nation. I'm like 100 feet away from him. Like BBC. For
Yeah,
everybody to
Probably
fucking hear. And then
you can't
Beatty
take us.
walks in.
you're probably gonna need to cut. Honestly, I feel like you may probably need to cut a lot more as you guys get into prep because people are gonna become very matter of fact. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They're not
yeah,
gonna
I
filter. You're
agree.
just gonna say whatever they fucking feel, and it's up to you however you take it or not. You know?
Yeah, some
100%.
I don't think with my friends I'll get too bad, but I could get a little asshole-ish. I gotta be honest with you,
Yeah.
just a
I'm
little bit,
only
not that
asshole to
bad.
the people that like the circle of friends that I have when I'm on prep, they understand, but it's the outside people
The outside, yeah.
that like the acquaintances, I will say, like
Yeah, yeah,
that don't
yeah.
know how to approach you. It's like you don't need to overthink it, dude. Like if a person looks a certain way and you're not like this, then most
It's
likely you're not going to
different.
get the best response. You don't have to be a dick about it, but you're going to be very short. Like, no, I
It's
don't want
gonna
to give
be
you.
weird,
I'm not going to give you my energy. I'm going to give it to certain people, but not
but not
you.
you. See,
Just,
one thing I like to debate and argue for fun though. It's all lighthearted. But if I'm hungry and tired, I might get a little too aggressive with it.
that's what I'm thinking. Because
Yeah.
we go back and forth a
We'll be
lot,
going
but
at
it's
it, yeah.
lighthearted, right? Yeah.
I got it. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pass it off. If I feel like I'm getting too into it, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, what do you think? What do you think, Joe?"
Well,
That's the only.
I mean, no. To be honest, okay. Well, what you're starting prep when, Beatty?
It'll be 20 weeks next week, so maybe like 18 weeks, maybe like
Fuck.
two
Well,
3
when you
weeks.
start dying off, I'll already be about to compete, pretty much,
Yeah, you're
right?
right.
And then
Yeah,
yeah, so you'll start dying off around what? 5 weeks out, 6 weeks out,
yeah. Depending on how hard I have to push it, but
and
yeah, at
then
least 6 weeks
and
out.
then Ken's not gonna diet for a fucking year, so Ken could pretty much take over at that point.
Ken is a good
Yeah.
host. I think Ken is a good
Yeah,
host.
I mean he
And
knows what to talk
we're
about.
we're
I think it's pretty
we're gonna
good.
be in the thick of the season too, so we'll be covering a lot of shows that are going on because a lot of good
Yeah,
people
Yeah,
coming in.
you're right.
So you won't really, as long as you're here, you probably won't even have to talk too much to cover the air, because there's
You're
gonna be
right.
a lot going on. So
I
you'll
just
be
hmm
gotta
fine.
press record. Like anytime if I have desktop bodybuilding, Compton, Sid Faruqi, David, I don't really have to say much. I kind
yeah,
of let people talk, because they able to
mhm.
keep it going. Ken keeps it going too.
Yeah.
Desktop is a host. Sid is a host, so I could just chill. Really, I could just chill and just put my input. That's what I put. Even when I have Nick on, I like to let Nick talk, to pass him the mic and let him talk for a while. Same with Compton. So if we have the right guests on, I don't. We got and a lot of shit going on. We don't got to say shit. I could just press record.
Think about it, right? There'll be a lot to cover because I know we've been focusing a lot on pros recently because of the shows coming up, but once those national shows start coming up, we're probably going to cover some amateurs too.
Yeah.
That are coming in. You know, some of the guys coming to the USAs, bro. We got to get them on. You know, see what their secret is.
I actually heard some interesting things about the USAs, but I don't want to say it on air. I want to say it off air. If I say it,
I'm excited. I'm excited. It's going to be in Anaheim.
I'm really excited it's going to be in Anaheim. That's
because I mean, shit. Yeah, I'm for sure going to that.
I got all my connects here, so I'll have some coke, some fentanyl. We're gonna get litty. We're gonna get litty. All right, gentlemen. Yeah, I already know.
All right, boys.
All right,
It was
guys.
good. All right, bro.
Yes, sir.
Talk to you guys later.